Whoa, look, it's time to go viral. I'm homicidal, I'm killing all my rivals. I'm the man, shit, I put that on the Bible. Spotify my target, cause you know I got the title. Hey, I'm a Mac too. I told baby shake that ass like she Apple. She said it's real, so she got my name tattooed. House full, so I hit it in the back room. Whoa, baby said she needed now, peep the urgency. I want a little Kim before she had the surgery. Leg spread on that hardcore poster. She love twerking, she just do it for the coach. Big dog, bull massive. 6 tray Chevrolet, I'm classic. All these niggas mad at me, that's tragic. The main bitch in the bed, that's graphic. Yeah, we about to go viral. Hey, we about to go viral.
What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal, my good people? We back at y'all with another one. Y'all already know the deal. It's your host that do the most, Mr. Viral himself, a.k.a. the villain, because they hate me for my opinion. We got the whole squad back in the building. What's up with y'all?
Feeling
man,
good,
LBC
man.
Messiah and Kali the One,
yes,
man.
sir. We in the building.
You ain't forgetting us.
I'll let y'all introduce yourself, because y'all be like, man, you'll be introducing me.
Shit.
I'll let y'all, you feel me? Say your quotes, man.
It's the viral way, man. Goofy shit to the side, real shit resides. Come on, man.
Woo!
Tap in with
Cuz
us.
trying to come with the isms.
Tap in with us, man.
Okay. Now that Bay Area is starting to come out, cuz.
Tap in with us.
Tap in with the real, here to lead the way, like Messiah say, and wake the sheep that sleep. Tinfoil hat gang. Y'all know the deal. Hold on, let me take my immunity shot real quick. Gotta be immune to the bullshit out here.
Now cuz trying to promote other shit. Let the other nigga have it. He'd have been in here trying to clown a nigga.
I'm not showing the brand.
Yeah.
Just know we be on our health and
What's
wealth
that? That's the
tip.
turmeric?
Yeah.
That shit.
No, that shit burn going down, but it'll get you right.
Them motherfuckers make you feel good instantly, like they kicking right in.
Yeah.
Like you feel your insides.
Those in the ginger ones, too.
Yeah, nah,
You
for
going
sure.
good.
You think they really work or it's a placebo effect? You think-
I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit of both. I think they work depending on if you pay attention to what's in it. And also, because I can feel it inside of me. Like,
Shit.
I feel like it's cleansing it to me.
They $4.99 a little bottle. They better
Pause,
work.
cuz,
Yeah.
That was crazy.
No. I'm like, I didn't even hear it. I really didn't even hear it.
I know
I'm
the
gonna have to watch the tape back.
No, I ain't gonna go crazy. You made it crazy. See, I ain't gotta worry about that because I ain't on that shit. Y'all niggas make when you think like that, you gotta respond like that.
that was wild. I couldn't let that one go, cuz.
whatever.
Shout out to Kevin Mace. I want to interview Dame Dash just because I know Cub be pausing like crazy. Cub pause every 5 seconds. I'm like, all right, Cub, you overkilling it now.
Yeah, y'all pausing because y'all thinking of gay shit.
No, it's not.
That's where it come from. Yeah. Niggas talking about homophobic.
It's just, some shit you say, I do be like, all right, that was a little crazy. Even for me, like, that shit wild. What's going on, man? It seemed like the talk of the talk for the next, until this case is gonna be over, is this RICO thing. I'm already burned out on it. I know the fans hitting us like, man, where y'all takes? We waiting. They was calling me, man, get in the studio every day. Y'all need to be going up every day. I'm like, bro, how
It's already
many
been
different
explained,
ways
yeah.
can you spin this open case?
Don't expect no takes from Messiah on that shit because I'm not assisting in that and I'm not into talking about people open cases. So
That's how I feel about it. I don't got much to say on it, and I don't want to put no energy out there towards nobody's case or you know, because for everybody on the internet, they taking it as something to, you know, for content, they laughing at it and shit, but the niggas up there, however they got up there or not, you know, they going through something. So I ain't even about to put that energy on those people as well. You know, you get through it how you get through it.
And people say regardless of what people have done, at the end of the day, I ain't gonna get too deep, but they still have other people that's affected by it. So when y'all making content, they still got family, and they gonna say, well, the people they was doing it to got family too, but still, it don't matter regardless. They got kids and all type of shit.
I'll say this. This is exposing who a lot of people truly and really are. I'm seeing a lot of so-called street cats, hardcore gang members celebrating other members going to jail. Where they do that at? When they start doing that, hold on, I got a record scratch on that. I'm seeing a lot of members who made a career out of being a member and they gang affiliations celebrating other members going to jail. When did this start? Like, when was this the new craze? Niggas really happy. So now I'm starting to think like, okay, y'all was low-key terrified of these niggas, even though y'all was on the camera popping it. Y'all happy niggas going to jail. Like, even if it's my op, why you want your op in jail?
I think it's the way the content is going too. Like, 2-3 years ago, people would have got on niggas for talking about cases and shit, but now it's so prevalent. It's like we might as well just jump on it too. I think that's what a lot of people can't beat them, join them, which is a follower way to follower mindset to have. But that's what niggas is doing.
Yeah, and niggas be looking at it too, like, well, shit, it ain't happening to me. I don't give a fuck. Like, fuck
Exactly.
the niggas type shit. So,
because last I checked, if you from that world, you don't want your op in jail. You want your own justice. So celebrating them going to jail, I mean, you might as well go be a cop at that point. I don't get it. A lot of these dudes probably never been to jail, but if you really been to jail, you're not wishing that on nobody. I don't even wish jail on child predators and all that. Like, I wish them to be in a casket. However we got to get them out of here, that's where they need to go. Jail, I don't know. That's all the way out.
Yeah, I never been to jail, but I have experienced how it, puts turmoil on the family, friends. I've experienced all of that firsthand. So it ain't really nothing to joke about and to talk about like it's just something that's, here today, going tomorrow. Cause that shit, it's a lasting effect. It really fucks people up, and they got to figure out, at least from the family side and then, the friend side, close people that they got relying on them, they got to figure shit out while they in there.
I'm gonna go on the record and say, shit, you better off starting to send dudes to the military. Dudes out here doing little petty crimes, they hit a little lick, right, trying to get some money. The whole objective is to get some money. But a lot of these dudes don't have no directioning, no direct resources, no connections. Okay, cool. Instead of sending you to prison and just sit and rot and become a better criminal or a worse person, I'm gonna send you to the military, get you to get some skills, get you to get some connections, help you get some education. That way, when you come out, you could be on the right track. Hell, you might want to make a career out of it if you ain't got no directioning. A lot of people do that. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do in life. Go to the military, and then bam, they got a 30-year career, retirement, kids set up for life, lifetime, medical. So there's better ways than to just throwing dudes in a cell and having the taxpayers house them there for no reason. Thanks. Then they get out, got a felony, can't get a job. Then they got to go right back. Like, there's better ways to rehabilitate people. And I believe sending them to the military instead to be one of them. Because I would have much rather send me to the Marines, Green Berets, wherever. Send me anywhere other than the jail cell. Because I want to do some of that training anyway. I'm not saying I want to serve, because we all know the politics behind that. You think you're serving for your country, really resources, minerals, and other people's agendas. But the skills that you acquire along the way can be helpful in life, especially as a man.
I agree. Take out all them transgenders and replace it with people who, again, these are going to be, to a certain degree, masculine men that are looking for a second chance in life, which is going to you would think it would make people work even harder. So I agree with that.
But even when it come to that, though, you sending niggas to prison, they're not even rehabilitating people.
At all.
And 9 times out of 10, you got to rehabilitate yourself. They taking so many programs out of the prisons to even allow them niggas to even adapt and change. Then when you come home, you on parole, and now you still got a leash as if you're 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So prison ain't even designed to help niggas get better. That's why niggas ain't getting better. And that's a lot of these niggas keep going back, because they're not even being rehabilitated. You're just taken from one place with the same state of mind you had before you got. Some years go by and you come back and you still had the same mind, if not worse, by the things you experienced in there.
I'm telling you, man, put some of these young kids through some of them hell weeks where they got to run all them miles and train on a couple hours of sleep a week. That underwater training, shit, hell, the cold water training alone is enough to break grown men. What David Goggins say? Who gonna carry the boats?
Yeah,
get them out there carrying some of them boats. They gonna come back righteous. Like, you know what? Yeah. But man, it's so you wasn't here for a lot of the topics, and a lot of people wanted to know your takes on a lot of this, Kali. So let's start with Ye, man, your favorite person in the world. He's back.
He said some more shit today.
That's what I'm saying.
He did, yeah.
He said there will never be an apology to the Carter family until they help me with my children. Niggas be getting one nigga out of jail at a time to look prestigious. The Carters and the Kardashians are basically the same, except the Kardashians are sex trafficking. He said, get free or die trying. Jay a god too, but Dame was on that Black Wall Street Tulsa time. Jay and his wife are slaves to the Jewish system. And the weird thing about my tweet is Jay, by the hands of God, can't touch me. He actually been placed here to protect me at all costs. The black sheep of the rock. I call celebrities F word, GGO. You know the F word, the derogatory term. But I know they got no other choice than to suck Jewish dicks to keep their status, money, and even literally to stay out of jail.
What I'll say about Jay-Z in that instance is I think he's always been himself over others. I think there's instances where you could look to that and it shows that. I do agree with Kanye, what he's saying about you guys get a person out of jail, which is great. But again, you want it to make you look better than what you are when you got niggas next to you that could really use your help or really use some words, to get help, and you're not helping those people, but you'll help somebody that you don't know. So I could see that. But at the end of the day, I think Kanye he is desperate for love at this point and acceptance. I think he has never been accepted from The Rock, right? To the Kardashians when he came in that family, to the fashion world when he tried to get into fashion. They wasn't giving him certain garments and cloths and things like that because he was who he was. So I think he's always dealt with an acceptance issue coming into these spaces where now he's at a point where he's got so much money, so much success, fame, and notoriety. And he thought that would, for some reason, get him some sort of, acceptance, and it still is not. The people that he still desperately wants to fuck with him or give him a handout or, show love, they're still not doing it because at this point he's been marked as, non-favorable by the people who control the checks. So Jay-Z for sure not gonna fuck with him. The Kardashians is gonna run his name through the mud. In the fashion industry, we still rocking with the Yeezy shit, but it's not as big as it was due to just the shit he's saying. So I think he's desperate for that acceptance from these certain groups that he's never gotten, even though he's really tried hard to be a part of them his whole career.
Kanye is becoming like an emotional hoe at this point. Because even at the end of the day, it's like it could be some truth to what he's saying because he's so far deep into the game. But then at one point, where is this stemming from? Because when it was niggas in Paris and you was going ham, you didn't have these same stances on Jay. So now whatever reason y'all decided to fall out, or you felt like Jay probably, like you said, he's been himself and he's been for self and he moves the way he moves and you thought it probably was different for you. Now you're crashing out about all his information. It's like you fall out and now I'm just going to spill everything else. But if you knew this already and you was cool with it, what does that make you at that point? Or did you figure this out and then get away from it? Because now, even in a sense, you're going for self too, because you're mad that another man won't help you get your kids because you decided to go impregnate Kim Kardashian as she been ran through 100 dicks and you thought this bitch was going to be different for you. So it's like now he's at a point where he's just crashing out on everybody because like he said, if whatever he just said, I don't know, something about dying or something. I think Kanye is ready to go at this point.
Yeah, I don't understand the help me get my kids. Like what? Like, it's no man's responsibility to get your kids. Like what? That don't even make sense.
He has too much money not to be going to fight in courts. He has too much money. You have too much fame to not be where a judge will figure out a way to find out how you can get your kids.
Why is it Jay's fault?
I know that don't make no sense to me. You're blaming them. Jay, you could have did something. No, nigga. Them your fucking kids and your family. Jay not finna go ask you about his kids or his legal problems. He not running to Kanye. So it's like Kanye out here screaming. It might be a cry for help. That's what the fuck he might be doing.
It does look like a cry for help, for sure.
But you look at other shit too, not to cut you off, but like things that the media or the public might think Kanye did for Jay. Jay might not have fucked with that. Like when he ran up there and got on stage and took the award from Taylor Swift, a lot of people championed that. But Jay-Z might have been like, yo, you made this look a certain way. When he got on stage during, I forgot what tour it was and said they didn't come to my wedding, people looked at that as, oh, Jay-Z is wrong. But that might have been Jay being like, man, I don't fuck with you. So I think Kanye is asking for help from Jay, even though he's done multiple things that if we really sit here and look at it, might have put Jay-Z off to Kanye. Like, I'm not really fucking with you, bro. You're doing too much.
He did mention that running up on the awards and grabbing the awards and all that. And he thought, Jay was going to champion him for that. And Jay did look at him funny for that. So he did mention that. I'm trying to pull the tweets back up.
Grown man.
His tweets are down again. But one thing I don't understand about him is he's saying Kim Kardashian and the Kardashians are sex traffickers. Nigga, you have 4 kids with her. So when did you find that out? On kid number 4? I don't understand. If they're abusing children, even accusing them of abusing their own children, why did you go have 4 babies with her? I don't get that. Like, I don't understand that. And why you didn't take that to family court to try to get full custody of the kids? Why you just happily leaving them over there? Because if that's me, I'm trying to be in court every day to get my kids. If that's the environment and that's who those people really are, I'm fighting tooth and nail to the death to try to get the kids. So I'm not calling Jay to help me. Hey, help me get my kids, man. What the fuck, nigga, them your kids?
And unfortunately,
but then you fighting Jay about getting people out of prison. How many people has Kanye got out of prison? even Kim K has been to prisons. And if anybody know, if she showed her presence out of prison, that made them niggas in prison, that's their story for years, nigga. Y'all think one day, a nigga see Kim Kardashian walk a prison yard? Man, them niggas gonna be lit for years, nigga. So he can say a lot, but sometimes I just think he crashing out. I really think it's a cry for help. Kanye, they need to go put him in a mental asylum for a second. Let him go sit down, get his mind right, because he probably just feel isolated in a space that he's in. He's so big, but he feels like he has nobody. And then you see videos of the way he treat people. Kanye he let that ego get to his head sometimes. You see the way he do his workers and all type of shit. Could be spazzing on people.
I think the main thing is his mom, right? Like he tweeted that. He said, you know, I've thought about committing unaliving myself every month since I lost my mom. I felt like if I wouldn't have got this far, I'd still have my mom. So I think that's something that he's never resolved within himself. And I think, you know, when you go back to that documentary that they had on Netflix, she was such a pivotal part in his life. And when he lost that, he really did not know.
Do you think it could be the allegations?
What you mean?
You know, they were saying a long time ago that they felt like Cuz sacrificed his mama.
You know,
said he did.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he said.
He
in a way,
he did,
like,
though. That's the crazy part.
So again, he does these things to get this acceptance, and then once he gets on the side of the other wall, it's like it's not what you thought it was going to be.
So what they saying is Jay and Beyonce hear everything he's saying. They saw everything, and they're talking behind the scenes of how they want to handle it, either take legal actions or send them ninjas at him like Kanye and Game and them all be saying that he got. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
I don't think nobody could help you get your kids back. And unfortunately, Kanye lives a life where you always on the road, right? You walking around with a bitch half naked, you tweeting crazy shit, and then you compare that to Kim Kardashian where it's like, yeah, she is known for being in the media a certain way, but we also see her with the house. She lives in LA. It's stable. She's got multiple people around her that have kids, et cetera. So the lifestyle, at least the optics of it, looks like it might not be the best for the kids to be over there. Now, we don't know that, but just from me looking at a bird's eye view of it, like it doesn't look like it's in Kanye's favor to have the kids with him 24/7 because I don't even think he can.
I think he cares. I think he really truly cares, but I think by him acting out the way he does, it hurts him in court. They might look at you like you're not even mentally stable to have your kids. But I have seen good things with his kids that been wanting to be with Kanye. Mm-hmm. They have had videos of them, how happy they was with their father. I just think when he goes out on a binge like this, he probably feels hopeless in a sense with that. And that's got him crashing out. Because even some of the kids have said, like, they don't even know what their mama do. Or 9 times out of 10, they always with a babysitter. So it's not, they actually spending time. I think Kanye actually spends time with his kids, getting them, teaching them music and doing a lot of stuff in his life. So I think he's missing a big part of that. I think that's what's hurting him too.
Yeah, he's destroying his public image for sure. That's definitely going to hurt you in court when all they got to do is go to court and press play and pull your tweets up. But I mean, on the flip side of it, we can look at it as, okay, he's tweeting a bunch of crazy things, but I mean, how many people get on Twitter every day behind fake accounts and tweet the craziest shit in the world, and it's cool? Do you feel like do you think it's more spotlighted because it's Kanye and the system that he's going at the Jewish system, it's being magnified times a million every move he makes because he's going at them? When if anybody else was to do it, you'd be like, man, this motherfucker out his brain.
Of course, it's more spotlight on him. He got over 30 million followers. He got a cult following of people. So his influence is way stronger. But anybody, even if just because random people that's tweeting, if they had the same type of family problems and people chose to use their tweets and social media and stuff, it would still work the same way in court. Not just because it's Kanye, anybody.
Not in court. I mean, like from the public perception. Because we see people every day putting their personal family business online and people are entertained by it. They retweet it, laugh about it, make memes about it. But then when it's Kanye, we'll say, oh yeah, Cud need to be in the straitjacket.
A lot of people are entertained by his shit right now.
Yeah.
And then you get the white people like we just seen with the Candace Owens interview and tried to have her going against Kanye. But she stood 10 toes down and said, I'm not going against him. So salute to her for that.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
they always trying to use us to go against us. Like you could have brought, like she said, 8 billion people in the world. All these people that's already attacking him. You want me to jump on the bandwagon?
Because they know that's who's gonna make the most noise doing it. That's why.
Did y'all see that interview with her?
Yeah,
I seen it. I definitely tip my hat. She definitely one of the sharpest knives in the drawer because that's the age-old play. I'm gonna get somebody that's close to you from your community, and I'm gonna have them do my dirty work. And she was like, "Nah, not going for it. We ain't even finna halfway play about it."
Even I like that she highlighted like because he had the Nazi sign and the KKK stuff on. She like out of everything else, this is what you had to come with. Far as your perspective on it, you didn't see nothing else in that video to where you could have highlighted the KKK stuff or the Nazi stuff. Like people are offended,
But not only
like our people ain't been offended for years by this shit.
Yeah, but not only that, she highlighted one of the topics we had a couple shows ago about the original meaning of the swastika. So she was like, "Well, how don't you know that he's using that as the original meaning of what it really meant and what it really represented before it got hijacked and they started using it to push hate propaganda? Because the original meaning behind the swastika is not hate. It's actually peace. It's the opposite. So why is he not allowed to use that as a symbol of peace? Because y'all people said that, oh, this is hate and that's it. Who gets to dictate the meaning of things?
Right, because y'all changed the meaning of a lot of things, like you just said.
Yeah.
And like we said on the other episode, it was the meaning of peace, or it was believing in a higher power in a God sense way. So he's revealing things even like you don't get it, but it'll be documented one day. Like, was Kanye really crazy? Because when you go to the root of what he's doing, he makes sense in it for certain things.
Nah, for sure. I gotta actually find that clip and clip it up. I forgot which episode we was talking about that. But if you look in Hinduism, Buddhism, like a bunch of different religions, they used the swastika originally.
I got the whole video of that dude. Matter of fact, I'm gonna send it to you. Him explaining exactly what it is.
We have just been taught and programmed because of who controls the school system, and that's what Kanye is pointing out. Maybe he's going about it the wrong way in some people's opinion, but I'm glad Candace Owens was smart enough to catch that. Going, wait a minute, we know where this really come from. Why don't y'all ever highlight that? Why do we only highlight the hate? And then you turn around and tell black people, forget about slavery. That was a long time ago. But then we never got to forget about the Holocaust or what's related to the swastika. We got to remember that forever. It don't make sense.
What's even more crazy is that, like, when we talk about, not to go too far back on the indictment shit, the KKK will never be indicted.
Never.
Them niggas will never be. Them niggas will never get the RICO. Them niggas will never be considered terrorists. They just had a story about the two twins that just got hung in the mountains somewhere.
Georgia, somewhere.
They got shot and drug up there.
Yeah.
And they found a firefighter. They arrested somebody over there.
Yeah, firefighter allegedly, not even allegedly, he did. He took video. I think they found text messages bragging about it. So, and this hasn't even broke the news. Matter of fact, let me look it up while y'all get the
right.
details
So it's crazy work. So we still see. And these are part of the agendas of the things that we see. They tried to run the same playbook that they've been doing. She was just sharp enough to catch it. As soon as our people get put in the media, they use us to crucify each other. Every single way they use us to go against each other. Niggas got to realize that and keep what we say, what you always say, stay on code. You know what I mean? And she was able to stay on code at that point. And like, I don't give a fuck what I feel about what he's doing. I'm still not going to go against him for you.
I agree with that. And in other cultures, like you just said, they stand on code with their people. So even if they felt somebody might be doing something that's unfavorable or they turn their head at, in the public eye, they're not going to get at the people in their culture that way. Maybe behind the scenes when nobody can see it, they might pull them to the side. Hey, what you're doing is wrong. But when these cameras cut on, I'm on this side of the fence. So we definitely shout out to Candace Owens for doing that because she could have easily turned the other way and, spewed hate towards Kanye. And then they would have had that all over the news and the media. Oh, look, Candace Owens, somebody you went to rallies with and done shit with is against you now. Now, if she's against you, then everybody should be against you. So I think we do have to stand more with our people, right or wrong, because that's what other people are doing regardless. So why are we so quick to throw our people to the wolves? Don't make no sense.
Yeah, so 19-year-old twin brothers, Qadar Malik Lewis and Nazar Raheem Lewis, were found up in the mountains, shot and deceased. So this 42-year-old firefighter, Scott Curlin, of Georgia is facing a misdemeanor obstruction for capturing and sharing the images of the 19-year-old's bodies. So what he was doing up in the mountains, taking pictures of the bodies, sharing it on social media, sharing it to people, and all he got was a obstruction. Why is he not suspect number one in the death of them? Because we know if the roles were reversed, we would have been suspect number one. And what's crazy about this case, I believe they had a flight the same day. The same day they disappeared. So that's how the family was like, what the hell? They were supposed to be coming home today. So why would they be up in the mountains hiking? And then they try to call it a unaliving suicide. Like one brother did the other and did itself. So we book a flight. We on the way home. We magically just start, for no apparent reason, hiking up a damn mountain. One of us pop the other one and then pop ourselves for no reason. No clue, no. And then this white firefighter got pictures of the bodies. What's he doing up there?
Did they even have experience hiking?
Right, but even that, two kids,
no experience hiking.
Two young males with a prominent future. These type of stories go on and on and on. They spin the narrative the way they choose, the way they want us to believe it, and people run with it just because the news is saying it. And I be telling people, y'all still believe in the news? They tell you what they want you to know. They're never telling you, they're never going to the scene and just saying, oh, this look like this happened or this look like that happened. They have somebody with a mic in their ear and telling them exactly what to tell you. That's why it's still TV. That's why it's television programming. And even on top of that, like you said, with this firefighter, y'all be thinking all these people are just prominent people, and they're not. These firefighters, you up here, you have, at some form or fashion, you have to be connected to this. There's no way that you're just up here. I just found these two. I'm gonna record it and do all that.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, right. But instead of me just calling, like, I just found these people, but you want to make it go viral and put videos out of it. And it's like, it's just wild to me.
Yeah, because questions, what they're asking is, the family's asking, how did they end up in the mountains? They don't hike out there. They've never been out there. Samira Brown, Anna the twin said, she said they don't know anything about Georgia, where they were at, well, that section of Georgia. They've never even heard of Bell Mountains. So how did they end up there? They don't hike. They have no hiking experience. They're not familiar with that area, and they never even heard of that mountain. So what would they be doing up there? They don't know where to go, how to get there, nothing. And they had a damn flight book to go home.
Everybody's in on the death of young black men. And that's the sick, unfortunate part from the media. Because like you just said, they'll go and take the story, whatever story they get, and that's the first thing they'll do. And they'll put it over time and never, ever change the story as new facts come along that could change the perspective of what it is. You got law enforcement, firefighters, they all in on it because they probably know who did it and looked the other way or didn't pick up certain evidence to put towards the case. And then you have civilians that are going out and hunting these young black men and doing these things to kill them because they don't like them. So everybody is in on the death of young black men, and it's unfortunate.
And these stories don't get shared. They're not primetime news. You know what they do? They just run another Diddy story, or they run another celebrity story, and then they have our people slaying our own people via social media. But we're not circulating these stories, and they're not highlighting these stories. So instead of highlighting this and going, nah, hell nah, what the fuck? What? We need to be looking into that. Let's send our own private investigators. We're not relying on them because we know it's dirty over there. Everybody is in it together. That's what it seems like. So we need to do our own research. Nope, y'all rather talk about, oh, he popped the balloon and eliminated, and oh man, you seen the plumber? He got spin it. Like,
and it's also facts of what you're saying. They're going to flood when it comes to us. And the celebrities in the celebrity base, they know we love entertainment. They know it's easy to get our minds distracted. They keep us away from the real things that's going on. And we follow those trends and we crucify each other. But then, like you said, what I mean is they flood the news when it comes to that type of shit. Like you said, with Diddy, with Kanye, they keep us distracted with these small, meaningful things. And it goes on for weeks. When you get stories like this, they might report it once and you never hear about it again. Mm-hmm. The same way with these Epstein files and stuff like that, they keep telling us about. They bring it up, throw it under the rug, or throw you some crumbs acting like they threw something out there, even though the information that was out there, we already knew already. So it's like they play these same games. It's all a mind game, and they play with us.
Y'all got to keep making noise over there, too. The family, try to get a support system. Keep trying to get the story out there as much as you can, because if you don't do it, nobody will. And that's just the sad reality of it. You got to try to find resources, get with a lawyer, find a third party autopsy. You might have to come out of, pocket, or maybe somebody can do it pro bono. Whatever the case is, you have to keep trying to fight for justice, because this justice system is not going to give it for you. They're looking at cases like numbers. So how many cases did we close this year? Whether it's believable or not, that's it. So they already done closed it, signed, sealed, delivered it. It's over with. The media already isn't reporting on it anymore. So it's up to the family at this point, and whoever they reach out to go above and beyond to try to figure out what really happened to the kids.
Even then, these are the times right now, wherever state they from, not even just they state, these are the types, like we see so many people do GoFundMes. When we see it's foul play, us as a people should already be giving them a GoFundMe. You know what I'm saying? It's so many of us, even if everybody donated $10, that'll help them in a sense, like you said, to get them private investigators, to help them get lawyers or get things. I'm pretty sure they're not just coming from a rich, wealthy family. And now at that point, you have to down there and make it your life mission to figure out what happened with your children and still be in a discombobulated state. A lot of mothers and stuff can't really do that. So it's really more so us on men to really step up and help them in those spaces.
And we're not making it race related, because all of these types of instances are race related. Point blank, period. You had the little boy who was drowned a couple months back by a little white boy, and his parents, hid the clothes, did all type of shit, obstructed the information from the police to keep their kids innocent. Every case that you see when it's something like this is race related, because race means everything in the United States of America. Whether y'all live in some fairy tale world or where colors don't matter and people don't care about that, and it's 2025, none of that shit matters. The truth is, race matters 100%, and it's seen in everyday life, from the jobs you get to certain opportunities, to the way people look at you in the stores, to people hunting you down, the police. All that shit has to do with race. So don't think for 1 second that this isn't racially motivated just because the case was closed. These systems lie, they cover shit up, and they have the upper hand because they have the media in the palm of their hand. They have the law enforcement. They can pay off judges and do different things to brush it under the rug. So the shit is racially motivated, and I wouldn't be surprised if in 2 to 3 months it comes out that it was, but you won't see the media cover that as much as they did the beginning stages.
So we'll watch this story closely and keep y'all updated as new details emerge. But let's put our tinfoil hats on. So tinfoil hat gang, I'm gonna need y'all on this one. Massive underground structures were found beneath the Giza pyramids, sparking energy grid conspiracy theories. So let's just go into the details of this. Archaeologists have discovered huge spiral-shaped... Hold on, what the hell?
It's some Billy Carson type shit, though, no? Only because he was talking about how these are power plants.
Let me read this real quick. My bad. This damn pop-up. Archaeologists have discovered huge spiral-shaped cylinder structures stretching over 600 meters, about 2,000 feet straight down beneath the pyramids of Giza. These massive findings, located more than 2 kilometers, 1.2 miles below the pyramid's base. So just think about how far down in the ground you would have to dig to build these. And mind you, there's been a lot of memes going around for years.
What pyramids?
Giza.
Oh, Giza.
Yeah, the Great Pyramids of Giza. So I actually been there. So these rumors have been going on for a long time, and now they got this new sonar technology. So I guess that's what they used. And however they got back the readings from the sonars, that's how they found the depth of just how far this goes down.
So the Giza pyramids is in Egypt, right?
Yeah, it's in Egypt. It's in Egypt. A stunning new radar study has sent shockwaves across the internet, blah, blah, blah. Using synthetic aperture radar, tomography, scientists Corrado Malongo of the University of Pisa and the Filippo. Bro, I don't know how to say these people's names. This is a whole nother damn language.
God damn, y'all got some names on here.
Bro, these niggas' names is crazy. The university scanned the pyramid and uncovered what appears to be an underground system stretching 2 kilometers below all 3 major pyramids. These findings made public through a scientific paper and a press release issued on March 15th detail 5 identical multi-level structures connected by geometric pathways near the base of the The Khafre Pyramid, I don't even know which one that is. Even more striking were the 8 vertical cylinder wells encircled by spiral pathways descending 648 meters below the surface. These wells untimely merged into 2 massive cube-shaped chambers, each measuring 80 meters on each side. This is nuts. And another article I read that they're even alleging that there are some non-human-like bodies down there.
I believe it. Whenever I hear shit like this, I always think about how, people say, oh, well, they weren't smart as us back then. I truly believe that each generation or each, phase of human beings were just as smart. It's just different tools and resources that they had to build with. That's why it's hard for us to figure out how they did what they did, and maybe we can't do what they did because we don't understand it. But it doesn't mean that they were less smart than us, because there's been reports of shit being found in Oklahoma that was from Egypt. So how did shit get across from all the way over there if back then they weren't even able to travel and do different things? So when you hear this, to me, it's just people back then were just as smart. It's just that we are not able to figure out how they did what they did. So to keep everybody, on one plane, we say, oh, they weren't. But they were for sure, because how could you get, 20 kilometers underground, 3 symmetrical floors or whatever the case is? That's not easy to do. That's something we can't even do right now.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say a lot of them was even smarter back then.
Probably.
Because I feel like you was more connected to your inner self and your higher consciousness, I believe, because without all the technology, that shuts out your third eye. That stops you from being connected to universal laws. And if anybody knows anything about a God consciousness, you able to tap into those things in different ways through forms of meditation or working with the inner strength, the inner power within yourself. And I think a lot of that they take away from us. And even a lot of these things that I've studied over years when it comes to certain books and things, this stuff be from 1919, 1918, and the universal laws and the power of belief and the power of the things within yourself, the way you can tap into other channels outside of yourself from going within yourself. Even though how crazy that sounds, you're able to tap into a higher consciousness and move as your higher self. I think a lot of us in a state, we move as our lower selves. We don't even tap into the higher consciousness to even get in that depth to understand how they created these, the geometric pathways. And so in a sense, that's just like a pathway with certain angles and stuff like that, right? Like certain routes. Yeah.
So you feel like we've regressed, because you posted something on your story saying, this is the most, it was a talking about we've taken the most pictures now, but we've done the less, like we've done the least. You posted something like that, which really made me think like, damn, that is so true. We didn't have social media back then. We didn't have TV, none of the shit that we consider technology or high tech. And they did more things back then that are mind-boggling to where we can't even understand now. They did that back then.
We still can't grasp it.
Yeah.
And I was just saying to a point where I feel like technology, we had these conversations before. I feel like technology is making us dumber. Like we just said, if you lose the phones right now, people lose their minds. You don't even know how to get to another city no more.
Yeah, it said, never has a generation so diligently recorded itself accomplishing so little. So I want y'all to think about the Great Pyramids, because a lot of people don't know the details of how it was built. The granite used to build the pyramids, they transported it from over 500 miles away. No cars, no plane, no trains, allegedly no modern technology at all. If you've ever stood next to this pyramid, it is massive. It is physically impossible for humans to have walked, gathered up enough materials from 500 miles away to build these structures, literally perfect to the last degree. If one block of that pyramid is slightly off, the entire structure is off. It's like geometrically perfect. It's aligned up with the stars and the galaxy and the Milky Way. The coordinates of it, I believe, it comes out to the size of of the actual Earth. Mm-hmm. So it was like the mathematics connected with the Great Pyramids alone is insane. Literally, it's insane. Look this up. So I do believe there's structures under there, and they've been saying this for a long time. Like when I was out there, they had just discovered a new tomb, and one of the the excavators were telling us that they probably uncovered maybe only 2% of what they believe is really out there. So when you stand in front of the pyramid, your body, you just feel electricity. Like everything is in slow motion. Like all that shit Billy Carson was saying, he wasn't capping about that. When you step foot in front of that and you look up like this, it's like everything around that, you feel like a magnetic force just around it. You just start to feel powerful.
Bro, they teach us not to look at the sun. They teach us to stay. If you think about it, when we get in the car, we under metal. You get in the house, you're not having real lights. Far as you're not getting the rays that you get from the sun. But I just want to read something real quick to elaborate what I was trying to get on. Far as when it comes to the this is this dude named Ernest Holmes. If y'all don't know Ernest Holmes, look him up. But he said Ernest Holmes taught that God is not a separate being, but an infinite, all-pervading presence that exists within and through all of creation. This idea aligns with the concept of divine oneness, which means that every individual is an expression of God, not a part, but fully connected to the divine source. So to me, I feel like they were more fully connected to that source that he speaks of. And I think they take that a lot away from us, and even understanding that might sound crazy to people even hearing me talk about it now. They might look at me like I'm out my mind. But I look at it like, in a sense, if, say God was the ocean and you take a cup and dip it in that ocean and that cup is you still have everything that's in that ocean. Mm-hmm. So I feel like that's what it comes to with the human spirit. We are not God as a whole, but we are all connected in spirit, and that God qualities are still within you. If that makes sense.
No, it does. Fact. Do you think that they've built, these underground pathways to hide, I don't want to say hide, but to leave something behind for us to find, information-wise, technology-wise, resource-wise? Or do you think it's just there for them to preserve something that they wanted to preserve? Because, rich people today, they want to be able to preserve memories and things like that of themselves. So when people come, into the future, they'll say, okay, these people were of this status, et cetera, et cetera. So do you think they've put them there with things in there for us to find and learn and grow from? Or do you think it's more of a preservation?
I believe that's what the hieroglyphics were. Mm-hmm. We just can't transcribe them. We can't read what the hell they say. But literally every inch of these stones, when you go to the, not the Great Pyramids, they have like a few hieroglyphics on the inside. But when you go to Luxor, and you go to the Karnak Temple, every inch of stone has a different type of hieroglyphic on it. And for a fact, those are telling stories and leaving clues. And there's been a bunch of theories that, they were here, they ran out of resources, so they left. Because some people saying they're UFOs, or some people say they got extinct, and a lot of the technology that they had went with them. Because if you look at a lot of the hieroglyphics, some of them, you see helicopters, you see modern technology on those hieroglyphics. And if you go to the very top of the pyramid, they flew a drone over it. The bricks at the top are inscribed with hieroglyphics. So as far as what's down there, what they were saying were the pyramids are like basically energy sources. They chamber energy, because at the top of the pyramid was solid gold. They wind up taking it off. And then the outside of the pyramid was coated with, like, I believe, limestone. And, you generate energy with the limestone. Mm-hmm. And then if you go on the inside, they have like these, I forget what they call them, but basically water will run through to conduct energy. And then at the very top, like I said, they had the 24 karat gold. So the whole thing was used. If you look at how they built it, it's like an energy conductor. It's like a damn near a nuclear plant. And if you look at the coordinates of the pyramids are the speed of light. So how would somebody with no modern technology, no known of the universe or anything, be able to construct that? And then it's so crazy that the Great Pyramids of Giza, they're aligned with the 4 cardinal points. That's north, south, east, west, with an accuracy better than 4 minutes of arc. So without modern technology, it would be physically impossible.
See, but this
for them to be just some dumb caveman.
But exactly.
Like, come on, bro.
This is why I say they were way tapped in, and I think in their times, they was able to more so preserve and care about human life at a different rate, as they all cared about each other. So I think, like y'all said, they did leave clues to let people evolve and maybe to teach each other. You know what I'm saying? So you might go in these caves, you might go down here at certain times to meditate, or just to learn the teachings of the things that they taught. So they might have to put it down because as they grow older, you might have the younger ones do the same thing. We always talk about, each one teach one, reach one. And I believe they chose to do that. And whoever continues to live the type of lifestyles that they chose to live in them times was able to grow from it and learn all the different things of the aspects of life. And even back then, they studied the world. They studied the way nature was. They knew it was just sun up, sun down. I don't even think they cared about time as much. You know what I'm saying? I just think they got stuff done during the day, and they knew how to study as far as the rain and the seasons of Earth, I would say.
Let me point this out too. So shout out to Billy Carson, because it's his lane. So Billy Carson, it's your time to shine, cuz you took the L during the debate.
Yeah, you
right now is your time to
Book
shine.
of Enoch, yeah, but
so if you look up Thoth, there's a Thoth. He's known as the ancient god of wisdom and knowledge. And allegedly he left a book or a Bible with all this knowledge called the Emerald Tablets, which Billy Carson talks about all the time.
I gotta get a hold of that.
And in the Emerald Tablets, he describes these structures under the pyramid. So this shit was already written about. This is why you see the memes floating around and people, all you conspiracy theorists, this information is already floating around in these Emerald Tablets. So really right now is the time to start going to tap in to a lot of Billy Carson's content, because he talks about this stuff, and get a hold of these Emerald Tablets and really read what's in there, and you'll see everything that's being discovered was already written.
Look at the art of this geometric pathway.
Bro, I'm telling you,
yeah, that's nuts.
when you're
Yeah,
inside the pyramids, bro, you're like, how the fuck did they do this? Because mind you, the tools that they needed to be able to be sharp enough to cut that granite, to cut those stones, to cut the limestone and the gold, it wasn't supposed to exist at that point in time.
Mm-hmm.
So you know for a fact they were tapped into something else. And mind you, they thought the pyramids were tombs for the pharaohs or the kings. No bodies have ever been found in any pyramid ever. So that's not what it was for. And like I said, there were certain doors that were closed off to the public that we couldn't go through. And they were telling us like, yeah, you know, we found new entrance ways and still like secret compartments and secret doors that they were using the sonic technology when I went out there a couple years ago. So I can imagine what they found now. Like it's insane. That's one trip that you have to take. Have to take.
And it's crazy. It's crazy that you say the way things were set up and the way they had the top of the pyramids, because we have healing energies. You have certain things to heal yourself. And I firmly believe they knew about all the chakras and everything else to get the human body to work at a better capacity than what we know.
I've seen reports that they even moved it with stone or with sound. So sound was supposedly a prevalent way in how they moved pieces of the pyramid, you know, into the shape that they wanted it to be. How true is that? I don't know. But I also wonder.
But that's crazy, not to cut you off real quick, Kali, because everything is a vibration.
Exactly.
You know, nothing is really solid. When they break this down to the microscope, this table not even solid.
It's moving right now.
Yeah, exactly. So to say they was doing that with sound, to me, is believable.
It could be what it was.
You can go on YouTube and see them moving things with sound.
Yeah.
If you get the right vibration high enough, you can move shit with sound. I mean, just get something something light and yell at it. You can see
moves.
it shake. It moves. So imagine being able to do that at a high capacity. Because you know, they say we only use certain percentages of our brain. I don't believe that. I think they know secrets to a lot of shit, but they keep that information hidden, because if you could tap into what we're able to really tap into, we'd be like damn near aliens in a sense. Because they said everybody has the power to read minds and read thoughts, which I do believe in. Because you ever be sitting next to your boy,
we do it sometimes.
We do it here on the pod.
You just did it to me the other day when we was on the show with DW. I said, this nigga, I didn't mention it, but I'm like, nigga, I was waiting for you to stop talking to say exactly what you said.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm not gonna lie, nigga, I done had conversations with people and not said nothing, and they said what I needed them to say. Mm-hmm. Nigga, this shit is crazy.
I swear to God.
And it makes no sense. I ain't gonna say it don't make no sense, but I'll be like, damn, how do I stay in this 24/7 on this level?
I get what you're saying.
Because you know what I'm saying? You and that's why they say you choose to entertain the thoughts. Even when you think about people and then they call you or you call them. I was just thinking about you. I swear to God, I can't make this up. I was just thinking about you. Like,
I think it's detachment though.
You said that signal like
everything. No,
nigga,
I'm saying
I can't make this up, nigga. I swear to God, nigga. I remember I was in prison, nigga. and I was thinking about a female. And then one day, the next time I talked to bro, he said, "Hey, why Whoopty Whoop just asked about you?" I said, "That shit crazy." So it make me think about the manifestation and all that type of shit. And I'm just like, that shit is wild. I believe it for sure.
It goes back to what you were saying though, about we are hooked up to, certain blue light, right? We under certain metals, we use certain materials and things like that probably suppress our energy, our healing ability, and the way we're able to, receive certain things and learn and grow. So I think that we probably have to detach more from certain technology if we want to get tapped back in to the things that people had back in the day.
Even if you start to see people like Conor McGregor. He hugging trees now. You know what I'm saying? But people might look at him crazy, but they say you get the energy, the oxygen, all that stuff from the trees. The same way we wear shoes 24/7.
Not supposed
We're
to.
never getting rooted in the grass or the sun. We're never, if you think about it, you're in a house already, you're secluded. Like I said, in certain energy, you're never getting. If you're not stepping outside into that sun to soak up those rays, and they make it think it's bad for you, I know it's not bad. I never doubted that because every time I step outside, the sun give me energy.
You feel good.
When I'm sick, if I go sit in the sun, nigga, I feel better after. Like I was telling bro last time with the dog, I watch the dog always. If we leave the dog in the house too long, she'll go outside as soon as you open the door and go sit in the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's like they teach you to hug your dogs more because the sun, the dogs ain't wearing no shoes. So you're soaking that energy from the dog to yourself.
Hey, shout out to MacWap. I see he's in Egypt right now. I'm telling you, I want to chop it up with him when he gets back. Out of body experience, bro. You go to that temple, bro. Just how massive these structures are. You would need cranes to move this stuff, and to get that high, you would need scaffolding. You would need all type of modern technology that we use now to build bridges and buildings and tanks and vessels. That shit is more detailed than the shit we got now. Like I'm telling you, down to the last inscription, you like, what the? This shit is geometrically perfect, and it's thousands of them. Like what's the King Tut? His slippers or his sandals that were made out of gold, nigga. The detail on that shoe, when you look at that shit up close in person, you like, no human could do this. This shit is crazy.
It's like we growing backwards down there.
Bro, it's crazy.
And I think that's what
his
that's
helmet
what they want.
And like just the details, because you got to think, if you've ever done construction or anything, how hard it is just to put a straight line in the cement. So imagine a structure big as a fucking skyscraper, a straight stone. Perfect. No rebar in there, no nothing. And it's solid, it's not moving. Bro, I was mind blown.
And the fact that they still here to this day.
Still here to this day.
Weathered every storm is
Your house not even 10 years old, and that shit already falling apart, need to be redone. That shit is thousands of years. And what make me really believe this shit is real, and I really do believe there's more than one God, I don't think it's just one God. So when they tell the story of the gods, because what they tell you in the original Bible, it was gods with an S. The people who rewrote it and wanted to control people, and they took the S off. But if you go back in Egypt, you see gods and all different gods that represent different aspects of life. So they got the god of, like, let's say reproduction. So they take you there at the Karnak temple and you see his, I forget his name, but you look at the hieroglyphic, they got dude there, they got his paws, his dick is like 18 feet, and then there's people grappling at his dick, and then they're trying to catch his semen, and that represents, like, reproduction. So it's like these motherfuckers was tapped into everything, bro. Like the story of Jesus and the 12 disciples predates Jesus and the 12 disciples.
You got
predates
the God
the
of the
Bible.
Sun, Amun Ra.
God of the Sun. Yeah. All of these stories, they just remix from there and put different names on them. Like, this is why I tell people, how do you subscribe into this shit when this story already existed, predating this, before they rewrote it? It's literally crazy. Cain and Abel, that story already told. Man, y'all better start waking y'all game up out here, man.
Makes you wonder, like, even are the translations that we're being, fed, or even the truth, or are they tweaked a little bit again to control us and what we do and what we believe?
I just believe God is within us, and I feel like they tell us a story to make us feel like we're separated, just so you don't know the power of what you could do. I think everybody is a manifestation if you have a soul within your body of that, and you can do the same teachings or the same things that he's done. And that's why I feel like the power of that, but we don't understand it. This is why you connected with your thoughts and your energy and your spirit are able to be in balance, and you're able to do a lot of things that people couldn't believe. And it's like, even when you think about stories, if you hear of a mama and her kid under a car or something, she just magically lifting the car
lifting up the
yeah.
2-ton truck.
You know, exactly. So it's power in you. We just don't know how to tap into it.
No, that's facts, man. Y'all tap into the higher source, tap into the higher power, get your frequency up, get your vibrations up. And speaking of vibrations, I should have did more research on this, but I don't know if y'all ever heard of this, that, you know, there used to be gigantic bells all over the earth. Thousands and thousands of bells. And what they said was,
to keep the vibrations, right?
No, like if you ever watch Spider-Man, you know the lizard guy in Spider-Man, whenever he hears a bell and he goes crazy and starts to fuck him up. So what they were saying was, you know how they say the what do they call them? The reptilians that live amongst us and shit. Saying that people knew that the vibrations basically would destroy them or fuck them up or keep them away. So this is why they put thousands of bells everywhere, because they would ring the bells. Like, even think of church. Like, as a kid, you remember, like, around noon, you would always, you don't hear that shit no more, right? And then you look around, I think it was like Hitler, whatever, what was that war that he was in? They started taking the bells down everywhere. So
World War I.
So you start to look like, damn, why the fuck did they have all these bells? And why did they start to take them down? And then now you got the conspiracy of the reptilians running the government and shit like that. They were using the bells to basically keep them away, is what they were saying. That's why they started to destroy the thousands of bells that were everywhere.
And the fact that that's in Spider-Man is funny too, because it's like they put shit right in front of your face.
Right in front of your face. Like, go watch the old Spider-Man cartoons. That bell fucking them up. Them vibrations that we was talking about coming from the bells. And even like ancient churches, they were saying that if you look at some of the artwork, it's actually representing like certain vibrations and shit. Man, I'm telling you, it's crazy.
I'm gonna have to look into that.
I was looking into that shit. That shit is nuts, bro.
They used to have bells in school.
They did. That's true.
Yeah, but they I don't even think people got.
Now it's just a sound on like a fucking intercom.
Exactly.
Yeah, it ain't even no bell.
Y'all really just really sit down and think about that and look that up. And I'm telling you, it's crazy. You're gonna start to see how many gigantic bells. Only bell we think about is Philly, the Liberty Bells, crack. No, there were thousands of gigantic bells everywhere. And then they started to take them down. So y'all look that up, then go watch They Live and how to, you know what I'm saying? Man, this shit is all starting to make sense.
Right,
It been in our face the whole time, is what I'm getting at. Because there was an ancient like city where they're saying this was the most technological advanced city in human history, but they removed it from the history books. I think it was the Tartarian civilization. Like, Google that shit real quick. The Tartarian civilization. They already had the electric cars and like everything they're unleashing now, they're saying they had back then. Like these smartphones and like all type of shit, the internet. And this is a ancient civilization. Like, it's deep.
All that shit is deep. They say half the shit we go through while we on this plane is for a spiritual awakening. It's like half the lessons and stuff that we learning is to grow and make you stronger within, to realize the power that's basically to be aware of what's going on with you, to make it more clear.
Tartary or Tartaria is a historical name for Central Asia and Siberia. Conspiracy theorists, and I put that in quotations because we know what that is, assert that Tartaria or the Tartarian Empire was a lost civilization with advanced technology and culture. This ignores well-documented accounts of Tartary within the history of Asia. In the present day, Tartary covers a region spanning central Afghanistan to northern Kazakhstan, as well as areas in Mongolia, China, and the Russian Far East. There's more of it too. Hold on, let's look.
Yeah, see, like before TikTok got revamped, there used to be hella clips and shit of showing like even like pictures and shit of some of the technology that they had. And it's like, damn, this is stuff that they're unveiling today. So it makes you think, are these guys really inventing this shit? Or do they have the blueprints to this ancient technology and then they're just re-releasing what already pre-existed in the world already and getting rich off the shit?
Says here, adherents propose that demolished buildings such as the Singer Building, the original New York Penn Station, and the temporary grounds of the 1915 World's Fair were actually the buildings of a vast empire based in Tartary that has been suppressed from history. Sumptuously styled Gilded Age buildings are often held out as really having been built by the supposed Tartaria. Other buildings, such as the Great Pyramids and the White House, are further held out as Tartarian construction. So they're saying they built those things.
Man, our history is crazy. His story. Remember that. They controlling that. That's why I want to visit that damn library that they got hidden over there in the Vatican, and the type of ancient knowledge they got in there probably have changed human history.
Saying a mud flood took them out.
Yeah, that was one of the theories.
Was what they're saying.
So I don't know, man. You look up the Greys, you look up the because I don't know if you've seen that this interview was like an ancient indigenous tribe, and they were asking them, do you know what aliens are? And they're like, no. So they showed them a picture, and they said, oh, the little people, yeah, they live under the earth. They're like, yeah, don't fuck with them too much because they'll take you down there. But they knew who they were, and they had a name for them, but they don't know what aliens are.
We made that name up.
We made the name up, but just think about that. Like, it's an indigenous tribe. They don't have the internet. They don't have anything. How would they know what they look like?
Mm.
Like, they instantly like, oh, the ant people, I forget what they called them. But it was like, yeah, they live under the ground. They live under the earth. And then you go down that rabbit hole of is cities sitting on top of cities.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they even said like the White House is on top of like an old abandoned type of structure type shit.
The ocean, all of that, yeah.
Yeah, man, y'all. Tap in.
That's that rabbit hole. Gonna have a nigga going
Tap
down
in.
that
It's
motherfucker.
rabbit hole talk, cuz.
Man, they gonna be going down that drain all day.
we ain't put the tinfoil hat on in a minute, but that Egypt story sparked my mind. I definitely got to go back because it's a whole nother side of Egypt I want to go see that I didn't get to see. So I got to go out there to the Red Sea where Moses supposedly parted it and went out there, scuba dived. It's one of the saltiest seas on earth type shit. Like, they have these sea springs that's so salty you can't sink. Like, it's impossible to sink because of how much salt is there. So that's on the other side. I want to go there too. So Egypt is, man, that's a trip of a lifetime. That's my number one location I ever been out of all the countries. Still to this day is Egypt.
Yeah, I gotta see what that's talking
I definitely do.
Out of body experience, bro.
The out of body experience shit is crazy. Keep saying this shit. This nigga going crazy with this out of body experience shit. Pause, nigga.
No, yeah, he's trying to get me back.
Nah, I'm just fucking with him. But Cuz going crazy with the out of body experience, though. I don't care about the pause shit, but Cuz been going nuts. Nigga, out of body experience, nigga. You finna float, nigga. What you
God. You know that turmeric shit was crazy. Hey, but what y'all? Are you up on the Yellow Beezy thing?
No, I'm not too up on it. I did see that they brought him in.
They saying cut from 60s.
They brought him in.
Ain't that crazy? They saying he from 6-0. You know, the 6-0s in Jersey got hit with the RICO. Sue Surf, the most notable one out there, he went down. He got cracked in the RICO. A bunch of niggas told on him. And now, Yellow Beezy, right after the LA RICO, he get hit. And he's supposedly from 60.
You know what's crazy? Because I'm not even going to put what's going on out here on him. I just seen a video resurfacing, him on Vlad, talking, asking about fucking Mo3, him talking about he gonna get back and all this other shit. So all these niggas is telling on themselves, yes.
Yeah, then they pulling up old freestyles about after the hit, and
so
he was
now,
bragging about it.
So now I think that the pigs is going down rabbit holes on all these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, who else was dumb enough that we missed that was talking about shit that they done did? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what's happening right now.
Bro, imagine being a cop right now.
Nigga,
FBI, CIA. You sit home,
getting a salary like just to go on the web.
The pigs,
and just watch podcasts.
They had a video of one of the pigs on there talking about, man, I love IG. I love this shit because they doing the work for us. We don't even got to do it. That's how crazy it is. So it's like you said, they back kicked up, loving it.
You just make a fake page and sit back and just watch everything.
Probably on there trolling. And all
understand. I don't understand what propels people to speak on the internet the way that they have. It's like, you want the clout, but you don't think nobody is going to see this? Or you think that, okay, it's going to get to these fans, but it's not going to get to the feds? Like, how do you think that's going to work?
I just think people think that they're smart enough. You're basically trying to tell the world what type of person you are. So when you're sitting there speaking like, oh, somebody do something to me, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to catch hats, and I'm going to do this, they're not going to put two and two together. And then down the line, when it actually happens, they're like, oh, okay, cuz wasn't really just talking.
See, this is what happens. Once you get away with something, every time you get away with it, you start to feel more and more invincible. You ever done anything, like, it don't matter what it is. When you get away with it, you start to feel more invincible. So this is why they start to tell on themselves. They're like, damn, I'm sitting here getting away with saying the wildest shit that I'm actually doing, and now they start to feel invincible. You really start to feel that way, then you get caught, and it's like, oh shit, okay. So the feds just sit back and just let you, because the more and more you get away with it, the more crazy shit you start to do. It's like a kid that started, okay, maybe he started fucking with animals. Then he went from animals to fucking with people now. Yeah. Like a lot of the serial killers you start to see, they started torturing animals. It's like, all right, this ain't enough because the dopamine, I need more. Now they go to human hunting. So I think that's just like a
what are you niggas even like getting out? I don't even understand what you niggas is getting out of it. It's like clout. But you're not really getting no money, right? Especially the niggas who just go on these little podcasts. They not paying you. Maybe they paying you. It ain't no life-changing money. Like that's all you getting is a couple $100 to ruin your fucking life in the long run.
I think it's the perception that they're trying to present it themselves. I think that's what it is who you want to be looked at as. So I think when a lot of these niggas get on here and want to be looked at like a murderer or something, they got to go out here and present that.
Do you think it's in our DNA or it's in our coding to want recognition for what we're doing? Like even just think, like the ancient Egypt talk we was talking, you were saying, do you think maybe they was leaving clues for us to know who they are? Because even then, they got structures built of themselves. They got hieroglyphics of themselves. And is this just a natural thing? Like, I want credit for what I'm doing type shit?
I don't even think it's always... I think it's natural to want to feel important or want to feel a certain way depending on who you are on what level. Like, you could be a family man and not care what nobody in the world thinks, but as long as you feel important to your family, then you're cool with that. I just think it's the levels of what people are looking for, and that's the clout, the addiction things. People want to be viewed as something, or they want to become something, and now you get addicted to that because you're used to the little fame, but you probably want more. Nothing is never enough for people.
Don't be AR Ab, cuz. Nigga said, yeah, I extort people. Matter of fact, recently.
Cuz was the coldest nigga on earth with his shit. That nigga.
He said, yeah, this right here, this crack money. How you think I'm paying for all these records? I sold crack for this. We in a crack house right now. That nigga, bro.
I think it's embedded in black culture, and somebody by the name of Thomas Sowell, which I don't agree with everything he says, but he speaks on how we really got that from the people who came over from Europe. You know, they were a certain specific type of person. They were super violent in a way, and they were braggadocious about the things that they did, and that's kind of how we picked up on that. And so I do think that it's okay to want recognition and to speak about yourself in a way where you're going to leave things behind. But when it comes to that, it's not going to do you any justice. You know what I mean? You're speaking on crimes that you've committed or you're about to commit other people, and you're thinking that that's not leaving anything good behind. So Thomas Sowell talks about how we got that from the rednecks within the South during times of slavery, and we picked it up and really just ran with it.
I don't even think it's necessarily just a black thing, though. I think it's a human thing.
Exactly.
I think it's a human thing. I just think us as our people, we don't give people their flowers. I think other races choose to do that, and they celebrate each other. So I think a lot of times people are looking for that in other people, because even you shouldn't always just be doing stuff just for the recognition of doing it, but at some point you want to be acknowledged for some of the things that you do. And I think that's with anybody. They might be looking for some form of validation, but then because if you think about when we talk about warriors, if you think about when they brought up, I think somebody brought up Troy. I think, was that King?
That was King, yeah.
Yeah, but you think about people like Troy. I don't know if y'all ever seen a movie called Tombstone. That's an old Western movie.
Yeah,
but,
of course.
But a lot of people ain't seen that, but that's one of my favorite movies. But at the end of the day, them dudes just lived it. They didn't always look for the recognition. They had reasons of why they chose to do what they do. Even when you see on Tombstone, when he went crazy at the end, he didn't even want to bring that side of him out to even be recognized. He didn't want to even go in the depths of that. And he was like, nigga, I'm bringing hell to everybody.
So I think that's a big problem with our culture, though, is that...
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll be your Huckleberry.
This what you looking for? Then that's what you going to get.
With our culture, we're doing it more so for others. We're not really doing shit for yourself, because I believe that if a lot of us started to look and do more for ourselves, we wouldn't even want to do some of the things that we would do, because you would automatically think that's not going to benefit me. If you just sat down and you didn't do it for the approval of others or the gram or street code, a lot of shit's not going to benefit you. Going out and catching a hat at the end of the day more than likely not going to benefit you. It's going to take you out the game.
It depends on who you catch that hat on.
Right, yeah.
I mean,
because if you try to turn me into a hat, nigga.
Yeah, it's gonna benefit you.
That's
It's gonna benefit you in the streets. But the reason I brought up Troy, I say Troy because he was a warrior. And all of them looked up to him, but Troy never bragged about being the greatest warrior.
Mm-hmm.
He just did he just did his shit. But he still got that validation from people and still carried himself as the leader of that cause. And knew the purpose. He still put himself on the line and didn't act like he was no better than nobody else. He didn't do none of that, but they still gave him the validation that he deserved.
Nah, facts. Because like a quote I seen, it said when God wanted to turn David into a king, he didn't bring him a crown, he brought him Goliath. So it's like the actions will turn you to the king. So it's sort of like Troy. He's like, okay, he's known as the greatest warrior, but he didn't brag about being the warrior. Like, yeah, he just went out there and was.
When it was go time.
It was go time, nigga.
Right.
He couldn't be beat.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, shit, he the greatest, nigga. My rep gonna speak for me. But speaking of things that don't benefit you, in 2025, as a man in the United States of America, getting married in the courts is not gonna benefit you.
Just forget marriage.
In my opinion. So, Iman Shumpert and Tiana Taylor's divorce has been finalized, and Iman Shumpert is yet another victim of the court system. So Tiana is receiving 4 houses worth over $10 million, a 7-figure payout, luxury vehicles, including a $300,000 Maybach, $70,000 Mercedes Sprinter, and a tour bus. She also retains full ownership of her companies, and Iman must pay $8,000 a month in child support and cover their children's private school tuition.
She came out online.
Hold on.
She came out online and said that was true.
Before you give your take real quick, I want to ask, because do y'all think, because it's like, it's no win for the men when it comes to that department for the most part. Now, it is examples of men have won out. But do y'all think this is part of them having some type of women empowerment and still keeping men down at a sense?
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is.
You stripping a nigga for everything he worked for. And it's like, now you did all this for nothing, created a whole family with this lady. And this is example after example after example. Once men, you become the best version of yourself and get that money, it's no sense of getting married. The only thing is, it's damn near a lose in a sense, because you're bringing a whole lifestyle and money, and what can somebody really add to that?
She came out and said it wasn't true. That's what she said.
She said what she said was, this been finalized a long time ago, like almost, I forget the exact time frame, but she basically said this verdict had been reached, so why are people bringing it up now? Can I just get my back blown out in peace? I guess she's dating that one light-skinned dude. I forget his name. So out of all of this, she jumps online and is bragging about getting her back blown out. So everything we be saying about women, y'all like to say I generalize a lot, but none of y'all thought Tiana Taylor was this woman. I keep telling y'all, they're all this woman when they get bitter and mad enough. How you mad at him fucking bitches when y'all were having threesomes and shit? But because he went and did it on his own, it's a problem now.
It's the control.
Because it's the ego. I didn't give you the clearance to use your dick that God gave you. I control that now because we married. Like, what? And how did she get all of this? And she's a celebrity. She's rich and famous. Why does he only get stripped? Why is it not leave it what you came with and you earned in your career, and he leave it what he got, because the kids are good on both sides?
I think the signs were there, though.
Why does he get to get stripped?
This is the type of shit. This is the type of shit why Kanye going nuts. Exact same type of shit,
bro.
Yeah.
The signs was there. The signs was there because when you go back to their little show, they used to have a lot of talks on social media about how Junie talked to him and she talked to him that way because the mother talked that way.
Him crazy, yeah.
So it was signs that she was going to be, she had a bad attitude and she was going to be that woman down the road. It's just certain dudes gonna sign up for it.
Bro,
anyway.
I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people was looking up to their relationship at a point.
Facts.
A lot of people was looking at, they had their own TV show.
And people were killing.
People was loving it. But
Facts.
at the end of the day, for men, it gotta be your way or no way. It has to be. It's no way. When you allow women to have any type of control to that extent,
you're cooked.
They going crazy with it. It's impossible. They need discipline and instruction, and not discipline in the sense of, and things have to be earned, I believe. Women only respect shit that they earn. When you just giving it to them freely and doing certain shit, they're gonna dog the shit out of you, dog walk you like they see you as the simp that you is.
No,
that's really what's gonna happen.
Why does he have to cover the private school tuition? She's rich.
Why is it not split down the middle?
Why is it not split down the middle? Y'all don't see how the courts are set up for men to lose?
And it's crazy because she got on there and telling some I was Tiana before I met him. Basically, like I was somebody before Iman, but it's like
he was Iman before he met you.
Exactly.
He was him. Like, I don't understand this. And this is why I say, bro, there's this guy, I forget his name. He came out and basically exposes information that I wasn't even privy to. There's a patent for marriage in the United States. When two people join as a union under the courts, you marry the court system, not each other. So there's a whole diagram. There's the man here, the woman here, the kids here, and all the lines from the man, the woman, and the children lead up to the courts, and the lines never touch each other. Meaning that even the children that you birth in this marriage are property of the court system. This is why any decision that has to be made between you two, you can't just make it on your own. Y'all got to go to the courts to get the say so. Why? Because once you get married, you marry the court. Y'all don't even marry each other. So just think about that. A woman you just saw on the street and decided to get her phone number, you got to give up all of this because you want to separate?
And you know what's crazy? And this is why I tell people all the time.
How does that make sense?
Men love women for real, and women only love the way men make them feel.
Woo!
This is why I say women are only loyal to their feelings. The moment you change and them feelings start to change, they're going to change. They don't wait. It's not no waiting game. And then you see this. A man would have, I'm sure a mom would have been gladly to split it down the middle. You get this, I get that. We both good. And go about, let's be happy apart and we both live our lives. But then you come rack a nigga like that. You strip him for everything. Don't care that this is your kid's father. Want to see the nigga out here struggling all because of you
Emotions,
chose
really
exactly emotion. You chose to act off emotion and do the worst to a nigga that you say you was in love with and married. How'd y'all even get to this point now?
Right.
It's like, it's crazy work because I still could be like, we could agree to disagree. Let's split this down the middle. I don't fuck with you no more. You don't fuck with me, but we still got a co-parent. I still got to see you.
Women want to destroy you,
and
bro.
I'm going to pray for you, bro, because now they got my nigga trying to get the bag out the rap. got my nigga trying to get the rap back. You're like, I got to get this shit back somehow. Like, God damn, they got my nigga getting the rap back.
My nigga trying to start a rap career to offset this shit,
like,
bro.
I can't go hoop no more.
She took the hoop money. She took the podcast money. Cause like, fuck it, I got to get some streaming money.
I got to upgrade more avenues, so I hope God bless you, bro, because that's fucked up.
I love women, but women are black widows. So if you know anything about a black widow, when they kill the father after they're done mating.
And what's the
that's what this is. When a woman divorces you, it's the black widow effect. She's trying to demolish you, destroy you, decimate you. Because I guarantee you, if a woman come to a man and say, you know what, this ain't working, I want to split, the last thing on a man's mind is, let me get her finances. A nigga gonna be like, cool, take what you bought, I take what I bought, and let's split down the middle. We got a dog, okay, Monday through Wednesday, you got it. You know, the rest of the week, I got the dog, however you want to split it up. Kids 50, like we try to do what's fair. A woman, fuck no. They go straight to devil mode, straight evil. How can I fuck him over like I never loved him? Like I never swallowed his kids. Like I never literally worshiped the ground he walked on. Birthed his kid. All that go out the window. Some of them will fuck the kids over just because they know it's going to fuck you over. I'm telling you, proceed with caution. Never in your life as a man do you move in with a woman and your name ain't on that lease. I don't care if you got to sleep in your car, nigga. Sleep in your car. Don't move in with a woman because the second she mad, all your shit on the front lawn and you going on the gram like a dumbass nigga. You seen the last chick kick the nigga out in the blizzard on the side of the road. Get out my car. Nigga, I'm not riding in your motherfucking car. We finna take my shit. You niggas better wisen up, bro. The Black Widow effect, it's in all of them. It's programmed in all of them.
I think it's a praying mantis. They do the same thing.
Bro, these motherfuckers evil,
cuz.
Evil.
Yeah.
Hey, you see, God got 3 letters. G-O-D, so does man. M-A-N.
But even on top,
add up devil, add up Satan and woman.
And it same amount of
characters.
No,
nigga,
but this is
a fucking reason.
And this is why the order is what God, the way He made it. God,
S-A-T-A-N.
man, woman. He knew. When you see what the fuck happened to Adam, come on,
Adam damn near got chipped for what the woman did.
That's what I'm saying.
Nigga, the woman didn't, the snake didn't finesse me. He finessed this bitch. The same way these bitches go out here and get finessed on the gram. You got a good nigga at home, take care of you, worship the ground you walk on, take a bullet for you. What you do? You get finessed by the snake in the DM. Oh, he told me I look nice. When the last time you complimented me? Bitch, I've been with you for 15 years. How many times I gotta tell you look nice? This house ain't enough. The strips ain't enough. I'm waking up 4, 5 in the morning to go to work. That ain't enough. A random nigga told you look nice. Satan. That snake get to hissing.
It's a cold.
They bite that apple every motherfucking time.
It's a cold game.
It's a cold game, cuz. I'm telling you, a man love you for real.
They getting more and more cutthroat. But a woman is gonna run wild if she don't have no proper instructions, man. And that's a fact.
Men love for real, women love for fake. Women love for opportunity. If you provide the right opportunity, yeah, she gonna love you. Women don't even care what you look like. You got bread, they don't even care. A woman could be at the bus stop, a man could be riding by in a Maybach. If she look good enough and she's nice enough, he will pick her up from the bus stop. How many women do you think is gonna pick up a man because he got drip at a bus stop and she's in the Maybach?
She gonna be like, why you got all that drip at the bus stop?
She gonna look at this bum ass nigga. Yeah. Bro, men are different, bro. We are more pure. Women, they opportunists. They really evil to the core, for real.
That Jezebel spirit is dangerous.
They're really evil, bro. They need a man to keep them in line to be good. Because without a man's program, women usually turn to evil. They usually turn right to sin. What do we see right now? Bitch gotta get naked. It don't matter where she at. She gotta get naked and do some freaky shit.
That's facts.
Yeah, a man gotta tell her, no, you can't wear that outside. That's inappropriate. They don't even understand why. They just want the attention needle. A man got to tell you, nope, go back in the house. Nope, don't post that. Nope, you can't go there. It's dangerous. Like a little ass kid.
Exactly what you're dealing with.
Come on, cuz.
Y'all
come on, y'all gonna get me back in my red pill bag, cuz. This is crazy. Iman, cuz, I'm gonna pray for you, gang.
Yeah, he crazy. The tour bus is nuts. Like, she ain't even.
She got the tour bus out the nigga.
She ain't even made an album since 2000. She was signed to Kanye shit, but that was how long ago?
Cuz can't even party, bro.
Yeah,
why does he have to give the bitch a sprinter and a tour bus?
Cuz can't even party on his bus. They gave a bus for her to go party.
4 houses.
4 houses, bitch. You can only live in one at a time.
It's crazy. It is. She robbed him.
She wasn't with him shooting in the gym. She wasn't out there guarding LeBron, nigga. He was. She wasn't out there getting them fouls and all that shit.
She sure was at that parade when he got that ring.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Bro, she act like they never were together. That's what tripped me out.
Bro, they hate you at that point. That's beyond hate.
I believe, now correct me if I'm wrong too, people put clauses within their marriage where like if he caught you cheating and you take this and that.
I don't know why you niggas keep falling for that one.
Yeah, that's nuts too. But I believe that's something that does go on with
clause.
the marriages.
Santa Claus
cheating
ain't
clauses,
real, bitch.
Bro, if y'all want to get married,
infidelity clause, stuff like that.
Ain't nothing wrong, but it's wrong with going to the courts. Go buy her a ring and put the ring on. It's nothing different. She walks outside as if she's still married. The only difference is y'all know y'all got paperwork. You know, unless y'all finna give her the big ass marriage.
I believe you can do it without
you can do all of that and just put a ring on her finger.
I'm pretty sure.
And save yourself the headache.
And he probably spent bread on that wedding.
That's what I was just gonna say. Niggas
ain't
going
probably
$300,000, $400,000 in
bread on that wedding.
Not
a good idea.
She for sure made that nigga cash out everything and told that nigga exactly how she wanted it done.
Look at her in this picture. She looked like the devil. She don't even look. She was plotting right here. Yep, I'm gonna get the sprinter. I'm gonna get the tour bus. I'm gonna get all 4 houses. Like, where's Cuz
And it's
sleeping?
bad for him. And you know, obviously, it's. But imagine a regular nigga who make $100,000 a year. His life is over.
Bro, I seen one nigga arguing online. The nigga only made $1,100. They was taking $800 out the nigga check.
That's crazy.
Cuz said, "What the fuck I'm gonna do? Like, what can I do? How y'all even able to take $800? Like, that's a car. That nigga, I was feeling bad for
No,
that.
that's
it was
crazy.
Fucked up. The nigga said, I get $1,100 on my check. Y'all taking $800.
Bro, I work with a dude. Dude was making over 6 figures.
That's crazy, man.
The only thing he got after the divorce was his motorcycle. Cuz was making 6 figures. She got the house.
That should be a phase. Niggas don't even realize that after a while.
She got portion of his 401k, Cub was living in his mom's garage with his motorcycle, and he was making all the money. I had a boss, came home to his wife getting fucked. She got the house. A year later, house in foreclosure. So she got the house for nothing.
She'll not
Cub
take
had
care
to
of
go
it,
buy
yeah.
a whole nother. Like, how do you come with just pussy and then you leave with the empire, with everything that a nigga earned? I still don't understand how that makes logical sense. When you're with the guy who's worth all of this, the lifestyle is because you're with him. What sense does it make? He has to continue that lifestyle because you left. No, once you leave, the lifestyle is now over.
Technically, if you think about it, how you talking about you signing, to the state or to the court, I mean, the example you just gave kind of makes sense, as in they know the woman is going to forfeit it eventually. So who is it going back to at the end of the day?
Back to them.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, yeah, give her everything. She's going to lose it. Give it right back to us because you're not going to give it to us willfully. So give it to her. She's going to give it to us.
These laws don't make sense, cuz. 30.
That shit fucked up.
Listen, you know what?
That shit is fucked up.
Don't use yellow beezy's men, but I don't know.
Yeah, facts. Because why does the law have to determine where the shit that I earned and I bought and paid for goes? So what do you really own? I bought all this shit and y'all get to dictate how I branch off this like we kids.
Yeah.
Y'all get to dictate who gets what. You get the PS2, you get the Xbox. Like, come on, cuz this is crazy.
Yeah,
and then y'all don't even give a nigga a house to live in?
Yeah, you took all
Four
four.
houses?
4 houses.
He got to go get an
I can't
apartment
get
now,
one?
a loft.
He got to go back and get it out the mud.
That's crazy.
That nigga hit the studio ASAP.
Fact. He should have
Swerve in that corner. Whoa.
He should have. They would have bled him, but he should have dropped the damn diss track
That's
on
what
that
I was just
bitch.
about to say.
Hey, go get
He
Aaron the
probably would've
plumber.
went
on it.
viral.
Man, get Jello and get Aaron the plumber,
Yeah,
cuz. Fuck
man.
it.
Yeah,
Feature
that's-
up.
yeah.
Pray for Iman.
All the
for
niggas
sure.
going through that, man, stay strong. It's a lot more men that don't speak on that shit that's going through that shit.
Every time you about to propose, run this clip back. Run this clip back and just think everything that you create now, look at her in her eyes, she gonna take it.
In the US, marriage is really cooked.
It's cooked.
And you better
You
drop
want to get
seeds.
married? Jump the broom. There go the broom, bitch, jump over it. We married now.
Figure out, and you could figure that out early on with the girl. I feel like you kind of getting serious with if she's going to be somebody who wants that, or if she's going to be okay with a not traditional type of marriage. And if you feel like you want somebody where they're not going to be on that and she's on that, then get out of there early.
Bro, y'all
instead of
wanna
going
get,
down that path.
Y'all, if she want to get married that bad, make her get on her knees. At this point, bitch, bow down to me, bitch. Show me you want to do this. Kiss the ring,
crazy.
motherfucker. Because at this point, you getting down, you already done bowed down in the beginning, it's over. Nigga, make that bitch get on the knee.
Oh, it's tweak. Yeah. That's just, I knew from a young nigga I wouldn't get married. That's
Yeah, they gonna hate. They gonna hate us for
I'm
this one,
oh,
but
look, crazy we was talking about it. I was finna bring
Oh, that I seen that
divine
before.
intervention
Yeah, I seen that
on
before.
Jesus Christ. Y'all watching it live. I didn't do nothing but scroll down 2 posts. I was literally just about to bring this up.
He making a lot of
Dude,
money now. Yeah.
His girl crying because he wants to get a prenup. She want to get married. He's a multimillionaire, built his business up. And he like, yeah, we can get married, but sign this prenup. I literally was about to bring that clip up. So when we was talking about how your mind you just saw it happen live. Ask these niggas, am I lying? The clip is right here.
Yeah.
Crazy work. She's sitting here crying. Why can't we just get married the old fashioned way? You want to marry me or my business? Because you can marry me
you
now.
want me or
just
my
sign
money?
this dotted line.
And matter of fact, we said this before. Y'all can get married, but do like Tom Brady.
The clip is there.
Do like Tom Brady. Go put everything in your mama's name.
Who else did that? Messi?
Messi did it
few-
too.
a
And
few
they was
people
hot.
did it.
They was hot when he did it because he got
Yeah, shout out to
bread.
Messi.
I think
Brady.
Messi was the first one that went viral with
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Go put it in somebody else's name. Your mama gonna have you forever.
She
You know
never
what I'm
gonna
saying?
forsake you for the
Facts.
most part. I mean,
Yeah.
some niggas mamas, but
Yeah.
Some
But if you,
niggas
got, if you got a good relationship with your mama, put in your mama name. Don't
Yeah.
tell her, go get married, do all that. You know what I'm saying? And that day gonna come when she try to separate and let her leave with nothing.
yeah, 4
Joke's
houses, a
on you,
sprinter.
bitch.
That's nuts.
Yeah,
That's
crazy.
Yeah,
work.
I'm-
They did cut wrong.
Cut my
It wasn't even
When
like
I
cut.
read that
It
off,
wasn't
I'm
even
like, it
cut.
ain't no
And
way.
it
Iman,
wasn't-
drop that bag.
And you know what's crazy? It always happened to the good niggas that take care of their
He was
family.
cool.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, far as taking care of their family and all that, that should not be the ultimate punishment of
Niggas on a
doing
TV
that.
show with her. Like, again, opening himself up to all types of criticism. More than likely, he didn't even want to do.
These courts don't make no sense. Cause I don't nothing to do with the court. Period. Point blank. Man, what else is going on? Anybody drop any new music?
They said Tank Fight for the rematch coming back. Did y'all see that?
Yeah, I think in June or June or
same
July.
nigga they got the tie with.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they set that up. That was a bad grab. I think they did the tie on purpose just to do refight. We're gonna double dip.
It should be a good one.
But why not fight Shakur at this point?
Because people think Shakur is a boring fighter and he doesn't bring in a lot of press.
But they want that fight low key. But you know, Javante gonna bring. I think if they fight, a lot of people will watch that.
I'm waiting for somebody to get to Shakur a high prime time
Crawford fight got canceled.
Oh yeah,
that was crazy work.
Wait, him and
Canelo.
Oh yeah, but that's one of them things.
That would have been a money. Yeah. They would have brought bread though.
Yeah, but Canelo already late in his career. Niggas looking at that probably like.
You think Canelo late? He's still knocking niggas out.
I think he late in his career for Bud.
But Bud has to go in the
Bud really work,
Bud
bro.
has to go to a whole new weight class. Yeah,
I think he'll work, bro. Though he's bigger than him too, height wise. I feel like so if he put on the weight. Oh, they back in the building?
What is he doing all that for? The Rams ain't shit.
Hey, just because bro was hating. Just because bro was hating. Ram Nation. Hey, hating ass nigga. Devontae Adams, welcome home, baby. Another Super Bowl. Just because this nigga, just because he was hating. I'm calling it now. Rams in the Super Bowl 2026. Run us up. The viral way.
Cuz said I'm hating, but just remember I'm an Eagle fan. Y'all see what the fuck we did. And I told niggas for weeks, go every episode.
He did.
Nigga.
He did.
So to hate on what? Nigga, trash?
Hey, cuz, spook right now, nigga.
Talking about, can't nobody
niggas
fuck with
spook
us.
right
nigga.
now.
Devontae watched
like, damn, they got Devontae?
No, nigga, knock it off. I said, cuz.
Exactly.
Cuz was just talking about how trash he was on the Jets. Just know that.
Come on, come on, cuz.
Ain't no come on, nigga. He had Aaron Rodgers, nigga.
Aaron Rodgers was cooked,
Y'all was
nigga.
acting like the Jets was finna be the next big thing, nigga. Knock
It was
off.
supposed to be. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Everybody that go to the Rams get trashed.
I don't know.
They just got rid of the boy Cup.
Yeah, he did his thing. He got his triple crown.
They got rid of Cup, Odell, down here.
We let Odell get the other deals that he got. If it wasn't for us, Cub would have never even got them other contracts. We made Cub ball out.
We'll see, though. We spank everybody. We're going to continue to do it. Matter of
All I'm
fact,
saying.
we doubling up. I'm going to call that back to back.
And he don't even believe that shit. He know
Back
that's
to back. Guaranteed.
He know that
Hey,
shit.
but the way they did the Chiefs.
Come on, man. Who
They
can
did the
fuck with
Chiefs.
us?
They did the Chiefs dirty.
Not only that, Kylie, the way we did the Chiefs, the way we did the Bills, the way we did the Ravens, the
y'all
way
didn't
we
do
did
us.
the Rams.
Y'all didn't do us.
We spanked y'all too.
Come on, Cub. Y'all, come on. Stop it.
I don't care if you win by an inch or a mile, win is a win. We
Stop
spanked
it.
them too. Who got the W?
Stop it.
In the books, that's
We
what
had
it's
hella
gonna say.
injuries.
Now he making excuses. They all in the NFL.
And we still almost went.
Ain't no
We
almost.
still almost went. We
It was
weren't even supposed to be in the playoffs. All I'm saying.
How was they close, Kylie? What was the score?
The Chiefs won't
No,
be
I'm
there.
saying like to get into the chip.
Them niggas is gone the first round.
The Chiefs won't be there. They're cooked. Kelsey, he's done. Kelsey got to go get
Wait, you
back in
think
some
he's-
black pussy if he wants some more. Because
thought you meant like he's
he start
retiring.
fucking old girl with no ass and his power's depleted. I don't know what the fuck. Huh? When he got the cop mustache,
Nah,
he
that-
can't ball
You don't
no
got
more.
the nigga fade
Nah,
no more.
that-
He out
that
here.
black effect is
That,
gone.
that energy from that black woman is
Yeah.
different.
She was on his ass. That's why. Making
all
sure
the
he did his
melanin
shit.
done ran out of cuz.
Yeah, you get that,
And
you get
then-
that juice.
Yeah, I think they might be done for a little while, especially because Mahomes. They was on bro like white on rice.
The way y'all been riding Mahomes to say y'all think they're done is crazy.
I mean, Mahomes been producing, cuz. You can't deny the talent, cuz. Been producing.
Yeah, so why would y'all think he's done? There's nobody in the AFC.
Not done, but I think he'll be. This might have hit his ego a little bit. I don't know if they'll be back next year. Like,
You
What
think
about-
you think he ain't gonna come back with a vengeance? I think Mahomes gonna come back with a
but I think now
point
you're gonna be
to prove.
forcing it too much.
What about the Bengals, cuz? People saying they dumb as hell for chasing them and then no offensive line. So you pay the receivers top dollar, but then the quarterback don't got enough time to get them the ball.
I like the Bengals.
That's
You got to lock them in because they all young players that play together. And they want to be together for a long time. I think they do need to build that O-line for Joe Burrow, but Joe Burrow has played a lot of great games. I really think it's their defense for the most part because he put up the most points in the NFL. So that's why I think their defense needs to be picked up.
So they're gonna be losing games like 47-50 or something.
Exactly. That's how they've been losing. Exactly. And
Defense can't do a damn
Burrow
thing.
looking like these niggas like just stop them for one drive. Niggas trash. Like that's crazy.
I think about what's his name. I keep forgetting his name. Damn, Jameis Winston.
But I don't know what they doing
Mr.
with him.
E to W, his career is
What do you think
cursed
about-
for that. That E to W shit was the most pause-worthy. I don't know what the fuck
was
Cub was thinking
crazy.
with that. That nigga said, let's eat a W. Nigga, what?
Winston needs to be
Fuck outta here.
A preacher
I
at
think
this
I gotta
point.
get study. That shit was
No,
that shit was
they
hella
need him
gay.
on Sports Center or something.
That'd be cool. He'd probably do good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd
that
be
nigga
good.
is comedy. But I think he still has a cannon enough to play far as with his arm. I think he still can throw the football. So
I like to see the Ravens get one though.
Who?
Ravens.
They're done.
I would like to see Lamar, but right
like to see
now
him
They're
get one.
done.
they're not getting one for the next 3 years because Philly are going to double up, maybe triple up. So anybody that's rooting in the NFL, they're just going to say it's fixed. Y'all might as well just start complaining now.
They're done. It's over with. You went and got Henry and still couldn't win it. It's over. Y'all got every piece that y'all could get possible.
Now they fucked up.
Still lost.
They should have went and got Devontae Adams. They need a better receiver.
No, they have receivers.
They don't have no big receivers.
Flowers is a joint, cuz. I don't care what nobody
Zay Flowers
says.
is not a Devontae
Flowers
Adams.
is a joint. Nah, they had it, cuz. All they had to do was give Henry the ball 30, 40 times a game. It was over with.
This nigga crazy.
But they did what the Seahawks did. They wanted Lamar to be the hero. So instead of giving it to your unstoppable running back, they try to make Lamar the hero. And you seen what happened.
They released their tight end though. Could drop that 2-point
Oh, yeah,
conversion.
Cub would have
right in
been.
the end
He would have had to find a plane ride home.
They
He been
released
riding with
it.
us. That shit over with. What the Lakers looking like, Cub? Bronny out here doing his shit. Or
Right,
what?
yeah. They said Bronny got them minutes. Bronny got them
He
minutes.
had a great game.
Bronny was hooping.
The same
He had a
way
great
Cub
game.
was hating on Kendrick at first, then
He had a great game. I
transformed.
never hated on Kendrick.
Cub was
These
hating
niggas
on
keep-
Bronny. Now
these
it's
niggas
watch
keep
Cub
saying I
ride
was hating on
Bronny.
Kendrick.
But niggas was hating on Bronny when he was getting like 1 minute of play at the end of the game. Never even had a chance to do nothing. And then they don't give him time to develop.
Yeah, it's gonna take.
And LeBron showed you every aspect. He can go to the hole. He was dishing assists. Cuz was popping threes, and his shot looking wet.
I mean, we
his
really
shot
won't
way
know.
His shot way more wet than LeBron's.
I told niggas, Cub.
We're not gonna
That
really
was
know.
and that wasn't no weak team. That was against Milwaukee.
We're not
told
gonna
niggas.
really know until like year 5. If
No,
he's
now
really
it's
that
year
guy.
5.
Nah, you're fine. Let Cuz
So
get
really
some
that
minutes,
guy.
bro. Let Cuz get some
But
minutes.
he had a great game. I'll give him that. He looked fluid out there. He looked like he was doing what he
good.
was supposed to do.
Bronny looked unstoppable.
He looked
nigga, I'm
confident.
telling you.
He wasn't
Cuz was
scared.
balling.
Cub gonna be the
He's
face of the
pulling
league in a
up.
minute.
Shout out
We'll
to
see. We gonna have to see.
shout out to Bronny though, man.
Because I believed in Cub when everybody, G League, he don't belong. Listen, bro, let it play out. Let it play out.
They
Cub.
talking about develop. He's developing with LeBron James, man. He has to know something. That's the thing what people don't understand. Let Cuz get his feet wet. Let him start getting thick skin from this criticism if he ain't already got it.
He
gonna get out
firing
there and
back
show
at
us
nigga. You
it.
seen
said-
he
he
told
said,
Cub,
I'm not a
nigga,
fucking robot.
Fake ass chain, nigga. Your
Oh, yeah.
chain fake as hell.
Oh, he started.
Yeah, Cub, own shit
Bronny said,
now.
I'm gonna learn from what my daddy wasn't doing, nigga. I'm tripping on shit.
He did say
He
your
own
chain
shit,
fake.
fake ass chain, weird ass nigga. Cub powered up on Cub.
Bronny gonna have the evil out of him instead of the nice shit LeBron been on. LeBron had to be the perfect nigga.
Yeah.
Now, LeBron set that wave where Bronny ain't got to be perfect because nigga, I don't need
That'd
y'all.
be
nigga.
interesting to see. I ain't gonna lie. If
Yeah,
he flipped the
'cause
script like
he gonna-
that, that'd be
Yeah,
crazy.
take on the villain role.
That'd
Cub.
be crazy.
Yeah.
He gonna take on that killer instinct. He know it's coming. He like, I gotta have it.
He gotta embrace it because the hate not gonna stop. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
it is.
tenfold. So he might as
Bronny
well
gonna be
just
asking
embrace
for the
it.
last shot. Give me
Yup.
the ball, nigga. Watch. Cuz gonna get out there tripping.
He get that
sure had a
Mamba
great game.
mentality. It's over.
That's
with.
what I think he gonna do. Take a piece of Kobe.
Yup.
Because he was already training with some of them niggas in the summer. Niggas don't even know that. Before Kobe passed away. He had a lot of he got a lot of training.
Cub been on his tip.
Yeah, so
Shout out to
we
Bronny.
gonna see, man. Shout out to Bronny. Shout out to Luka too, man.
He doing his thing.
Luka.
They doing their thing.
Luka
They number
been
3 right
tripping
now.
on
What
shit,
number
man.
2? They something like that.
They gonna be a problem now for anybody. They gonna be a problem. I'm gonna call that now. Luka been doing his shit.
Luka been balling?
Yeah,
Luka
he
been
been
going
balling.
crazy, nigga.
He been balling.
Luka
He
been
been-
going crazy.
Because they was all, man, he gained all this weight.
And
all
he-
that.
He took Ozempic as soon as he touched down.
Nah,
He
got
came off the
40
plane and
pounds
took the
down.
shot
Nah.
off.
He got that
40
LeBron.
pounds
He got
down
that
as soon as he
LeBron
came
conditioning, nigga.
That nigga put his carry-on up and took out those Ozempic and
He got a chip on his shoulder. He finna prove. And if he go get a ring, just mind you, he just went to the finals last year. If he go get a ring with the Lakers, it's gonna be bad for them niggas. They looking
I said
crazy.
they was going to get a ring. Niggas, no,
I still don't. We'll see what happens.
Nah,
We'll see what
because
happens. I don't
Connie
think
was
so.
like,
I
Connie
don't
was like,
think
them
so.
niggas can't play together. They
Yup.
play the same
He
style.
He was
Yeah.
the hey, don't let this nigga switch sides, cuz.
I
Run the
don't
game
think.
to
I
him.
think they'll get far, but I don't think they'll get a ring.
Who
this
can
year.
beat him in 7 games?
Mm.
LeBron is your second option. With LeBron, who can stick LeBron as a second option?
Who they just lose to with Luka? That's what I'm saying. If
But
both
LeBron
are
wasn't
healthy,
even playing. But a lot
that's
of
what I'm
these
saying.
niggas,
though.
as long as
Niggas don't
they
be
stay
playing
healthy,
every
they
game.
great. Long as
LeBron
they-
not playing every game.
Nah,
In
that's
the
facts.
finals, he will though. If he don't get hurt,
I think that's why he's taking that fake injury little month off
yeah,
right now.
low management.
Yeah.
That's what that nigga do.
They brought up clips. They say he take off every time
Seen
around
that
this
nigga
time
was
of the
doing
month.
full court dunks before the game. That's
Yeah.
the game he didn't play.
They had Cut jumping up all the stands talking about groin injury, my ass. Yeah,
I feel it though. You probably gotta do that at that point in your career. That's how he stayed.
But he old.
for so
I
long.
don't
Yeah,
know why people mad about it, but I think they mad as far as people that's buying tickets and coming up there.
yeah. They
but-
want to see Bron play.
Yeah,
But
I don't
Bronny, you just have to do, y'all. Y'all just have to watch Bronny play.
Facts.
That's what y'all gonna have to do.
Who else? I don't know who else in the West right now. You got
Oklahoma.
I don't see Oklahoma being enough experience yet when it comes to the playoff mentality. I think they got a great team. What about
Nuggets?
Oh, no, I can't. Yeah, Denver.
You got the Nuggets.
Denver been fishy right now. I ain't been really. Murray ain't been going crazy as he used to.
You're right.
You got Golden State. What you think the Warriors doing?
I think Curry just got injured.
He did.
I think so.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's
So
crazy,
he
man.
out. Obviously on the East, you got the Cavs, which is crazy.
The Cavs been hooping. That's crazy that the Cavs. It's crazy, but you hear the Cavs and you don't with the mind. Well, my mind said I still don't look at the Cavs because they're organization and where they're at like a threat. But them niggas is a problem
because they're in Cleveland. I'm like, it's whatever.
You know, it's not. You know, they don't get the big stage. Yeah.
And then you always gonna have the Celtics. You always gonna have the Celtics. You got the Spurs, I think, too, actually on the West. But I mean. It could be Lakers, Celtics in the finals.
Yeah, I think that's probably what they want. But what you think about Tatum? They never mention him trying to be the face of the NBA.
He's just not.
You think he don't got that grit? Like
he don't got that. He don't got the. He stays out the way too. Like I feel like he just doesn't have the star power. Like with Kobe, you had the mama mentality.
You think it's the personality?
It was something to hate about Kobe. Jordan, something to Bron, something to hate. Tatum, it's like he's a good dude. He stay off the side with his girl. Even though that's what Bron do too. It was just
but I think we never see really the beast out of Tatum. Yeah, I think when you see him, it's just like neutral. It's like you have nothing good or bad to say about him.
And then I think too, like the Celtics, they kind of like the Spurs on the East to me, where they play under a certain type of system where you never gonna be able to really like go crazy. Like when you had Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, those are different type of dudes where they really could talk shit and do that type of shit. Most people who play under the Celtics, they play under a system where that shit is frowned upon. Same thing on the Spurs.
But it's crazy.
You know what I mean?
But why I say it's crazy with the Celtics because the Celtics, when the Celtics are good and the Lakers are good, we usually expect the NBA to be better.
Yeah.
Like that's what you want. The Celtics and Lakers like rivalry type
Facts.
shit. So for Tatum to never be looked at as the face of the NBA is crazy. They be damn near saying Jaylen Brown before him. That's what's crazy.
Didn't they send? Oh no, they sent Tatum to the Olympics. They didn't send Jaylen Brown.
Right. People were skeptical about that. They mad because of Jaylen Brown's stances and his mindset, the things that he speak on. That nigga actually very sharp.
Yeah, he is.
Which is crazy. I didn't know that nigga was that goddamn smart.
But you can't, Tatum just, he's not going to be the face of the league. He's too docile. Like he can go off for 30.
You think people gave up on Ja Morant?
Yeah, they gave up on Cuz.
He just turned into one of them niggas that, he gets
throwing
highlights.
money in the strip club now.
Yeah,
like
you think all that guns and goofy shit fucked him up, huh?
Yeah.
He turned into one of them niggas.
I actually thought he was going to become the face before
he was supposed to.
Before Anthony Edwards.
But they was lining it up for him to be the face, but Cuz wanted to be a thug.
And even Anthony Edwards, they kind of shifting off him again because it's like
I think he don't want it.
They're looking for somebody who's going to fit the Bron image, right?
But you know why? I believe
what they're looking for.
I believe Anthony Edwards don't want it because I think he don't want them to be diving too deep into his real life.
That's what it is.
And it's like not even just the fact that
no player's going to be the face right now because nobody got a wife and kids. You only got Tatum could be, but he doesn't have enough of the right? Bron, wife, kids, stayed out the way. Kobe, wife, kids, besides that little hiccup, stayed out the way. Jordan had his situation. Anthony Edwards, he's texting bitches talking about, I'm not taking care of that kid.
He got too much off the course.
He's not gonna.
Yeah, he can't.
Even though that shouldn't matter, it's gonna come into play.
I think Anthony Edwards just doesn't want to be looked at as like I'm not the nigga y'all need to be trying to look up to because he know how he lives.
But even that situation,
so I don't want to be highlighted every week. Y'all, we talking about basketball and y'all want to talk about my family and because LeBron had to walk a tightrope and he still was hated the most.
But a lot of that shows why the NBA is in the position it's in. Niggas in Bron and Kobe's era would have loved to be the face of the league. Niggas like now, I don't want to be the face. I just let somebody else do it. That's crazy. You would never hear somebody shine away from being the face of the league in 2010, in 2012.
Because these niggas see the scrutiny that you're gonna get being the face, and they know like I'm out here, I'm gonna fuck up.
But Bron, Kobe,
they know they
Jordan,
gonna fuck up.
Even Curry for a little bit. These niggas wanted that. They like, okay, we gonna come. Everything that come with it, we want it.
Maybe Kobe, but you see LeBron, he like nigga, it was just dropped on him.
Yeah.
Since he was probably 16, they was already talking about he was gonna be the greatest ever, better than Jordan, all type of shit. So he was fucked from the beginning. And that's why they was killing him now on the other take. But him basically saying, I can see why nobody want to be the face.
You need somebody though that gonna want to be the face of the league.
They want you to be the perfect person in the world. Like people can't make mistakes.
But this is why I say you got to embrace that villain role because I seen, who was it? One of these industry cats was basically saying that like these artists who take these brand deals and
Kanye?
Was it Kanye?
I think it was Kanye.
He's like, yeah, if they got a brand deal, they control, because what they do is now you have to basically live up to the image that we say. And if you go outside of that, we drop your deal.
Yeah.
We take your deal away. So you can no longer be a radical. I seen somebody else saying that too about the podcast game. Like, you might want to stay independent because now they're going to be able to control your content.
Joe Budden talks about that.
You know
all the
what?
time.
That's a little too radical. You want to keep this deal and get this sponsorship money? Don't say that. Edit that out the episode. So it's almost better to stay independent in this era and try to get your bread another way. What y'all think about that?
I agree with that 100%, especially in podcasting. You know, I'm not getting on no mic to be controlled, to have to, get a list of questions I can't ask or whatever, like just to get a paycheck. Nah, because we've seen people that have went the independent route and have been successful with it. So I'm never coming on or getting on a mic to listen or take orders from somebody else. That's out.
Now that's facts, because I'm on here to value or to speak my own opinion.
Exactly.
That's the whole purpose of me even doing the things that we're doing. So to allow somebody to dictate that, they're already dictating it in a sense by the way we upload stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you already is somewhat controlled. It's really not, like we always say, not the freedom of speech. So we still have to be conscious enough to not use certain words and say certain things without being blackballed, because we probably would have been took off. We'd allowed to say what we really want to say.
No, that's facts. Like YouTube, stop flagging my shit. Stop flagging our shit, man.
And for sports, y'all got to blame OJ. I'm going to keep it 100. Because that's the worst nigga that was getting deals in the beginning, because he going to do whatever anybody say.
Yeah, but it's like...
And he was one of the first people getting them deals.
Y'all find these brands and then y'all endorse them just to control them. Like, what's the point of that? If they built their following doing what they're doing, why not let them continue doing what they're doing? Or do you want to shut what they're doing down? Like,
it's a catch-22. Like, make it seem like I fuck with you, but really, I'm trying to I need a piece of what you're doing to get some leverage on you.
Well,
I'm gonna give you some bread. We're building our shit up more off of you, and we're gonna put you in a position where we still controlling you in a sense. Because 9 times out of 10, we know it ain't us giving them deals.
And at the time that they endorse you, you've went far, but not far enough. So where you went, that ceiling right there, that's where we want you to stay. That's far enough for people to think you're not controlled, but we know you're 100% controlled. If you go further than that, then we got to cut the deal, because it's going to make us look bad. So that's where they get you at that sweet spot where you got the notoriety and fame, but you haven't went off the deep end yet on whatever points you've made or anything in the outside of the game or whatever the case is. That's where they get you, and they keep you there because that's what people want to see. You start going off to the left and doing whatever type of crazy shit, they going to lose money. And then the fans might, start thinking differently.
That shit trash to me. Like, that just waters the content down, it waters the music down, and it waters the creativity down. The problem is you got to find that sweet spot to get the money. So really, it really be on the fans low key, because that's where the money's coming from. Ultimately, it's coming from the fan base.
Yeah.
So if the fans aren't supporting the independent artists without the push by the machine, what is the artist or the creator supposed to do when they're investing all this shit and ain't getting nothing back? A lot of people be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna just take the deal and be controlled. It is what it is.
You need some paper. Like, you gotta. Some people is like, I need money. So at that point, yeah, you probably are gonna take the deal. But I just say you could hold out for a little bit longer. I always use Joe Budden as an example. He had multiple people coming to him for deals, and he was like, you know what? Okay, we'll take it. Well, you're only gonna do it for a year. Okay, it ain't gonna work for us. All right, on to the next deal. Or we just gonna rock independent until we can finally control it 100%, which is what he does now. Besides YouTube, I mean, obviously you're gonna have the upload restrictions, but Patreon, we can post whatever the fuck we want. People pay to see us. So he's a testament to like just staying independent the whole time and knowing your worth and your value. Because if he would have felt like, okay, I'm worth $1 million, he maybe would have never got 20 million. You get what I'm saying? So he skipped the crumbs to really get the bread at the end of the day.
And that's a smart way. And that's what I was going. And exactly what we were just talking about was what I was thinking about saying. But like you said, if you negotiate a contract where it's like, I could try this for a year, they can't really have no grips on me for that long. Let me make a little quick bag off of them and see how it plays out. And if it don't work out, then once this year is up, we go our separate ways. So that's a good way to do it. And start renegotiating with these contracts. Stop just accepting stuff that they throw out there for you. They're going to throw things that's in their best interest. Anytime you're negotiating, 9 times out of 10, you're looking for something that's in your best interest, or they're looking for something in their best interest. So try to leverage it to your way, whether it's just 55 to to however much more percent you get, try to leverage it your way.
Support the radicals, man. The radicals are the ones to make the change and push the culture forward. Without the radicals, everything stays the same. The radicals are the ones that really change the world. They're the ones that's gonna push to the limits. They're not afraid to try things. This is why I'm not mad at Kanye with his crashing out, because at the end of the day, look at how much he has changed, regardless of if you like his opinion. I just seen Nike come out with some damn foam type of wave runners. I'm like, this nigga literally changed the shoe game. I was one laughing at it too till I put them on. I'm like, I need every color. Now you see Nike doing it.
I still ain't put them things on.
Nah, them motherfuckers. Hey, if you go on vacation, mandatory, you gotta have the wave runners in the airport, because what else you gonna put on? Shoes?
Yeah.
Like, come on, cuz. Only thing is, y'all gotta market this shit at a reasonable price, because paying $200 for foam, nigga, that's probably 5 cents to make, is not finna work. I'm gonna just go downtown LA, go hit Chico up.
Get the face.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Go step
Fuck
right
all
in
that,
there.
nigga. I'm going
God.
to the alley, nigga. I ain't even to play with him.
Yeah. Well, that's it or what?
I don't know, guys. I'm trying to give y'all some breathing time, but it is. My son got tournaments, you feel me? I'm gonna get up out of here. Ram Nation, y'all know the deal. Be on the lookout. We got more guests coming. Shout out to everybody that's building, collabing. Y'all doing y'all thing, man. Hey, don't be afraid to reach out either. I don't care who it is. If you want to work with people, reach out. Don't let these weird bitch-made couch potatoes, hermit-ass, loser-ass niggas tell you trying to extend the olive branches begging. No, nigga, it's called building relationships.
And my bad, go ahead.
Nah, pop your shit.
And to piggyback off what he's saying, stop having fear of rejection. That's all it is. Rejection is just another mission for some redirection. So if it ain't going that way, then it wasn't meant to be. That's what it is. The moment you accept something, a lot of times it won't even bother you no more. So like he just said, reach out, man. Fuck with us and drop some topics if y'all want us to speak on too. Not no bullshit, but some real shit.
You know, we're going to put the candy, we're going to put the medicine in the candy for y'all. Every episode, man. We mix this shit up. Kylie, you got anything to say, man?
It's the viral way or no way, man. You know,
viral way or no way.
Yeah, the viral way squad, man. We in the building. And we here to stay.
We got something special coming for y'all soon, too. Yeah. Y'all just stay tuned. Y'all gonna probably judge us on it, but we ain't tripping. Far away or no way.
Hey, judging me ain't budging me.
Judging me ain't budging me. This mouse fed because of me. Fuck you mean. Far away. Bang.
Ain't no handouts, I did it from the ground up. In the streets, thugging hardest where they found us. Got a problem, nigga, watch my troopers mount up. My bitches bang too, and you a lame though. You niggas ain't outside, yeah, we came through. You want your lights up, we put you on the shack.